Champions League 1-1 in the first leg at St James's Park, and we need a win tonight to make it into the Champions League quarterfinals. Pablo, do you know how long it's been since Barca played a knockout stage game with fans in the stands at Spotify Camp Nou?
It's been an unbelievably long time, Robert, and I've seen this go around social media over the last 24 hours or so. Liverpool at home in the Champions League semi-finals in 2019, the last time a knockout Champions League game at home with fans at this beautiful stadium. Feels like an unbelievable stat. And me and you are back together as well here, Robert. It's been a while. It's been a while that we've been here together.
I am shaking off the rust still. I mean, it's been a long absence, and we're getting back into the flow of things, so I hope I don't come up with a disappointing performance tonight. I do hope that Barca don't come up with a disappointing performance tonight. That's the most important thing. Let's go straight into it. Let's talk about Barca's lineup because it's been out for a few minutes and we need to talk about it. Pablo Bulls, this is the starting 11. You guys on the live chat can rate that lineup from 1 to 10. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? 1 the lowest score, 10 the highest score. You know the drill. Joan Garcia starts in goal. No surprises there. Eric Garcia has returned to the lineup. He is back in the right back position alongside Pau Cubarsí, Gerard Martín and Cancelo at the back. Marc Bernal and Pedri start in midfield with Fermin as the attacking midfielder. Lamine Yamal on the right, Rafinha on the left, and Robert Lewandowski leads the line up front. Pablo, thoughts?
I'm going to probably give that, if I'm going 1 to 10 here, I'm going to give that a good old 9, you know, Robert. I think that's almost as strong as we can get. The reason I don't give it a 10, I think we've got injuries, especially at the back, that are probably halting us a bit. But look, great to have Eric Garcia back in the team. I think that's the right call, putting him at right back. I think Cubarsí and Gerard Martín have both been really good at centre-back too. Cancelo, I've been really impressed with in the last few weeks. He seems to be coming into his own, doesn't he, at left back? So scored a brilliant goal, I thought, over the weekend. Also against Sevilla. A very strong team. For a night like this, we need everyone firing. We've been able to rest up a bit more in recent weeks. You know, against Sevilla, he was able to rotate, and Lamine barely played any minutes. So this is positive. I think it's a very strong team for a massive, massive night in our season. I mean, I'm not even feeling how big this night is, but this is vital. It really is. In this earlier kickoff, maybe got us all feeling a bit weird, but we've got to be focused for minute 1 today.
Well, there's Lamine Yamal. He didn't have the easiest of games at St James's Park. We hope to get the best version out of Lamine Yamal tonight. Rafinha scored a hat-trick at the weekend, coming off of a strong performance against Sevilla. Will tonight be the night when Robert Lewandowski gets back into his scoring ways? We'll have to wait and see. Fermin is our top scorer in the Champions League at the moment, alongside Marcus Rashford. So we need prime Fermin tonight, and we need Pedri to be dominating in midfield. We're going to go to Spotify Camp Nou because we've got Llorenç Tarrés there, and Llorenç will give us a sense of what's going on at Spotify Camp Nou. He'll do that in Catalan, so let me just interact with him a moment in Catalan. Llorenç, com ho tenim tot a la Spotify Camp Nou?
Good afternoon, Robert. Hola, Pablo. Welcome to the Spotify Camp Nou. Tot preparat aquí. I el vent, que avui pot ser protagonista, perquè Déu-n'hi-do, bufa bastant aquí a l'estadi del Barça. Jugadors de l'equip de Hansi Flick ja fent el seu escalfament, tot preparat per aquest partit de tornada dels vuitens de la Champions. Objectiu, òbviament, acostar-nos una miqueta més, un pas més, a la gran final d'aquesta temporada a Budapest. L'equip blaugrana que sap que ha de guanyar aquest partit, ha de fer bo l'empat a 1 al St James Park amb aquell gol final de penal transformat per Lamine. De seguida escoltem Hansi Flick. El que ja us puc dir avui és que l'ambient serà espectacular, serà la millor entrada de la temporada, moltíssima gent encara esperant per entrar aquí a l'estadi del Barça. També molts aficionats anglesos a la seva posició, per tant avui l'ambient està assegurat. El Barça surt amb tot, heu vist l'alineació, per tant avui esperem que arribin els gols de Lewandowski, que segueixi la ratxa de Rafinha, que torni la màgia de Lamine i en definitiva que el Barça aconsegueixi la victòria. Senyores i senyors, benvinguts a l'estadi, benvinguts a la Champions, tot a punt i que comenci l'espectacle.
How I envy Llorenç Torres this afternoon,
That's a special one,
being at Spotify Camp Nou today, especially being the second game with those 62,000 in attendance. I think today it's going to be at full capacity. If it's not that, it's going to be very close.
Yeah.
It was just a bit short on Sunday on election day, which, by the way, an intense day, definitely. But yeah, Champions League this afternoon. Weird kickoff time. We've got this 6:45 kickoff. I hope that doesn't mean that fans will be late coming into the stadium. Llorenç just said this, like people queuing to get into the stadium. And just... what are we? 22 minutes from kickoff. I want to say hi also to the... close to 7,000 right now watching us on YouTube Live. We've got Placid Vidal says, aquest seria el meu 11 de la final de Champions. Yes, Llorenç mentioned Budapest, the road to Budapest. Well, it requires a win tonight at Spotify Camp Nou. Gloria says a 9.5 out of 10 because Frankie. I like it. Obviously, we still got Frankie, Koundé, Balde and Christensen out. Gloria also says, I hope Leva and Ferran end their goal drought tonight. That would be excellent. That would come in very handy heading into the final stretch of the season. And who says? Raki Live says, Vamos que se puede. There we go. Alia says, same. I want to be at Camp Nou. Bruna says, I want to be there. I want to be there.
We all want to be there. I do think it's going to be one of those special nights, Robert. And I'll tell you what, he said it's really windy. It's actually been quite a lovely day in Barcelona.
That's what I wanted to say. The wind could be a factor tonight.
Yeah, and you can actually see it. We're seeing some images of the players warming up. Looks a little bit breezy when you consider the fact there's going to be so many Newcastle fans in attendance too. Plus the 62,000, that we've got in a stadium as a whole. This should be really good atmosphere-wise. You should be able to hear the English fans at some point, and the stadium looks beautiful. It really does, bit by bit. I saw a bit over the elections on Sunday, Robert, and I'll tell you what, it's special. It really is. So this is a very cool place to be. And you'd say, we said it, didn't we? It's been so long since there's been fans inside of there. Yeah. Certainly this season, with that many fans in there, it could be like the most special night yet. It
could be, definitely. Right, as always, we're asking you who the key player tonight will be. One notable absence in this multi-answer that I'm offering you. I'm not putting Lamine Yamal in there. Yeah. Because I only had 3 and I'm going 1 each line. Eric Garcia in his return. I think Barca missed his intensity in those duels that were lost last week at St. James's Park. So Eric could be important. I think if Barca are to dominate, Pedri is key. And I'm going Rafinha, of course, coming off of the hat-trick. And thinking of last season's Champions League, where Rafinha's goals were important in each and every tie against Benfica, against Dortmund, and against Inter, even though we didn't make it through to the final.
Oh, 100%. 3 very good options, Robert, I must say. Eric Garcia, I think, is vital tonight. I think we really missed him at St. James's Park. I don't quite think... I think Araujo's more defensively sound as a right-back, isn't he? More than someone who will push on forward. I think Eric Garcia can link up maybe a little bit more with Lamine, provide a bit more support for him. Rafinha, I think we need his goals, we need his quality tonight. But the man I'm going to go for key player is Pedri. I don't think we were able to get Pedri involved enough in the game at St. James's Park. It was too bitty. It was all very congested. I didn't feel secure, safe on the ball. Can't be the case tonight. Barça, I'm expecting to dominate possession. I'm expecting a very different game from the first leg, Robert. And I think everything good we do will probably come through him. So I'm going to go Pedri for my key player.
Okay, you go Pedri. I agree with everything you said. I'm a Pedri lover, but I'm going to go Rafinha.
Okay.
When Rafinha manages to have his level of intensity, he manages to lead the high press line, and he managed to get everybody to follow him. That's when Barca are successful as well. Yep. I was saying the other day to Llorenç, we always talk about what Barca miss when Pedri is out. When Rafinha's been out as well.
Yeah. We're a different team. We're a different team,
definitely. Right, let's get that lineup back on the screen and let's listen. You're going to read that comment, aren't you?
No, you do it.
No, I love it. It's a
great one, this.
It's a great one. Football Watch 34587 says, every time I watch a Barca game, I put on... hang on. Here, I can't read the comment now. Here it is. Every time I watch a Barca game, I put on my Lewandowski jersey and my Barca socks. It has been lucky for me in the past. Hey, all in favour of Lucky Charms.
They better be on tonight, then. And Robert's got your socks on too.
I've got my Barca socks on as well. So there we go.
No excuses tonight, lads.
There we go. Gloria says Juan and Eric are going to be key. We are the best. Galatasaray are playing today as well.
I know, yeah.
Fermin, Placid Masvidal, it should be Pedri. Alia says same as Robert. Rafinha. Placid Masvidal says we need the intensity of Rafinha, Eric to guard, and Lamin's back, but the game should be ruled by Pedri. You can't argue against that. Right, let's listen to Hansi Flick. He spoke to Llorens a few minutes ago.
Yeah, with Hansi Flick, as always, before the game. Good afternoon, Hansi. Only questions about football because this is a crucial game. How is the team? How do you feel before the game against Newcastle?
I feel positive, and I believe in this team. I think we have a huge quality. We have to show it today because it's a tough game, but at the end, I have the confidence with the team.
It's like a final. There is no more than today. Is the pressure for the team? Or you don't worry about that?
No, because what I see, what I live every day, it's like they love to compete. So it's this. But I know this is Champions League, and of course we have also great goals, and we want to also be to go in the next round. So this is what we want to do today, and we have to win.
Mm-hmm. What Newcastle do you expect? As intense as the first leg, especially in defense, 1-to-1, man-to-man, or some difference?
Different. We prepared the team how it could be, and so we will see what happens. So, but of course we analyze them. It could be also when they go man-to-man, we know normally what to do, but also when they defend in a deep block, we also have to know what to do.
The last one so quickly. We also need the best Spotify Camp Nou. Our fans are here, and it's so important.
No, we saw it also when we arrived here. It was great, and happy that the fans are supporting us like that, all the last games.
Good luck, Hansi.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There you go. The words of Hansi Flick speaking to Llorens, expecting a different game to the one that was played at St James's Park, but he says that Barca has a plan for each and every possible outcome. So. We hope so. Definitely. Yep. A couple of comments quickly. Football Watchers, don't worry. I always wear them.
We are okay. Everyone's a lot calmer in the studio.
I'm calmer. Alia says no avocado socks or Iniesta socks. They are my former good luck socks. Avocados, I think it just wore out.
Okay.
It just ran out. They ran out of steam. The luck just Anyway, it stopped working. And Iniesta socks honestly got old. And Adam Labaran says, sadly, Pablo and Alex have not sent me my jersey. That must be something that happened while I was away.
For some reason, Adam demands a jersey from me. And
okay.
I've said before that I'm not the man to be providing jerseys, but he's adamant. I'm sorry, Adam. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, we need to go like higher spheres here. Our admin at FC Barcelona asking, what's the vibe? What's the mood? Show us with emojis. Drop your emojis on the live chat. Quin és el vibe? Chat, digueu-nos, quina és la vostra sensació abans del partit? Ho podeu fer amb un emoji al live chat.
Maybe like a fire emoji, Robert.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely feeling warm in here. Okay, so before we go to Newcastle's lineup, very quickly, of course, reminder that you can sign up for YouTube Premium. You can become a premium member because, Pablo, there are lots of perks. You can watch members-only content. There's a member-only live chat today, for example. If you want to interact with us, send us your questions, send in emojis, interact with us throughout the game, send in your comments.
Yeah.
Become a member. That's one of the things you can do. There's members exclusive content and members only lives as well, like this weekend's game, Barça Athletic face Ibiza, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So that will be live on YouTube Premium.
Indeed.
So if you would like to become a premium member. Another of the perks is you can ask the questions to our players in the Champions League previews yesterday with Pau Cubarsí.
Yep.
You, the members, sent the questions, and our colleague Marta asked your questions to Pau Cubarsí. He provided the answers. Right.
Pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. And we've got lots of cool emojis as well that you can use. Let's go back to the game because we need to talk a little bit about Newcastle, who Pablo gave us quite a bit of trouble in the first leg. We'll see what they can do tonight. There is their lineup up on the screen in a second. Just one change, if I'm not mistaken, because they start with Ramsdale in goal, Trippier, Teo, Dan Burn, and Lewis Hall at the back. Tonali, Ramsey, and Joelinton in midfield. Elanga, Barnes, and Anthony Gordon will start up front. He was out due to illness, or didn't start due to illness in the first leg, and presumably he'll be playing down the middle. I said to Llorens yesterday, they made it very complicated for us. They were very intense. They seemed to win more duels, but Spotify Camp Nou is not St James's Park.
I think this is what changes everything about this tie. And I did say to people before the first leg who were maybe thinking, due to Newcastle's slightly lower down league position this season compared to previous years, that this was going to be a bit of a walkover. St James's Park and Newcastle away from home under the lights is about one of the toughest places you can go. I'd say that much. And in the Premier League, that happens to all the big teams. All the big six really struggle going there. The same thing happened to Barça. Duels-wise, they're very strong. I think away from home, they'll be a different team, though. They really will. I mean, they'll be a little bit boosted from recent results. Good draw against Barça. They beat Chelsea at the Bridge over the weekend. Yep. They beat United a few weeks ago. They will be in decent form, you know. And this is a team who, in my opinion, have got top players. I think Gordon's a very good player. Harvey Barnes has got a lot of goals this season. Joelinton and Tonali are very good in midfield. I'm a fan of their squad. They've got depth from the bench. I think it's going to be a different game, though, away from home for them.
I think they'll definitely take a couple of steps back and look to hit Barca with speed. Yeah. Try and look at Barca in behind the defence. Long passes, the speed of Elanga. Anthony Gordon and Harvey Barnes are not slow either. So, quality win for them at the weekend. They've come into their own a little bit after a slow start. In the Premier League especially, they've got some quality results lately. And they beat Chelsea at the weekend. Condolences to you, Pablo, also for yesterday, of course. Yeah. Right, back to Barca's lineup. And let's listen to what Fermin had to say to Llorens Torres a few minutes ago.
Doncs sí, ara amb un dels jugadors titulars avui, Fermin, bona tarda. Partit gros i partit a cara o creu, és que gairebé una final. Sensacions de l'equip.
Bona tarda. Bueno, venim amb molta il·lusió, amb moltes ganes de passar eliminatòria. Sabem que el Newcastle és un rival molt difícil i bueno, intentarem fer el nostre lloc i a l'afició segur que ho traiem cap endavant això.
Tu que ets un jugador de rauxa, d'anar-hi, un equip així us exigirà molt físicament, ho vam veure al partit d'anada, no? Què ha de canviar respecte a St James Park avui per guanyar? Què hem de fer millor?
Bueno, crec que dominar una miqueta més el partit, al final nosaltres amb la pilota crec que podem fer moltes ocasions, podem fer molt dany i bueno, ells som un equip molt físic, ens costarà
alineació i anem a Marta segur
el 1 contra 1, però bueno, crec que tenim la qualitat i estem molt preparats pel partit d'avui i crec que farem un gran partit i guanyarem segur.
L'última, molt ràpidament, ho deies abans, avui factor Camp Nou. Aquí de moment hem sumat totes les victòries possibles. Us sentiu, no?, aquesta connexió amb la gent i com d'important ha de ser avui l'afició per aconseguir l'objectiu?
Sí, aquí al Camp Nou ens sentim molt forts, al final la nostra casa, l'afició està amb nosaltres i bueno, l'afició és un suport més per nosaltres, ens ajuda molt a estar molt atents, a estar concentrats, a donar tot per ells i pel club i bueno, intentarem fer això, donar-lo tot i ojalà puguin aconseguir la victòria.
Som-hi per ells. Gràcies, Fermin. Sort.
Gràcies, xau.
There you go, the words of Fermin, who should be key today in that lineup, in that attacking midfielder position, in trying to help the team win those duels that they didn't win last week at St James's Park, trying to up the intensity, trying to force Newcastle mistakes. A quick look at Barca's lineup because we've got to go back to Spotify Camp Nou. Yeah. Let us know your thoughts on this lineup. I'll read your comments later. Joan Garcia starts in goal. Eric back in the lineup. Important. Cubarsí, Gerard Martín and Cancelo complete the defensive line with Bernal and Pedri in midfield. Fermin, as we said, the attacking midfielder. Lamine Yamal on the right, Rafinha on the left, and Robert Lewandowski up front. Drop your comments on the live chat. We need to go back to Spotify Camp Nou because you will have noticed that we have a special jersey today. You might have seen that on social media. You might have seen that earlier on the show when we were showing you footage of the dressing room. Llorens is going to talk to the general director of the Barca Foundation, Marta Segur, who is going to talk about this special jersey that we're wearing today.
Doncs sí, companys, us vull ensenyar una de les grans novetats per al partit d'avui, a més en presència de la doctora Marta Segú, la directora general de la Fundació, i és aquesta tipografia que avui lluiran els jugadors del Barça en les seves equipacions. Aquesta tipografia, aquesta lletra, aquest cos de lletres, segurament ja l'heu vist en alguna ocasió si sou habituals als canals oficials del Barça, perquè aquí ens agrada ensenyar-los i la Fundació fa una gran feina commemorant el que el dia 21 de març és el Dia Internacional de la Síndrome de Down, la Fundació del Barça. Doctora Marta Segú, bona tarda.
Hola, bona tarda.
Avui tornem a tenir aquesta samarreta especial.
Sí, pel Futbol Club Barcelona i per la Fundació Barça és un orgull perquè donar veu a les persones amb discapacitat intel·lectual, en aquest cas a persones amb síndrome de Down, que el 21 de març és el Dia Mundial d'aquesta malaltia, i realment ens sentim superorgullosos perquè el que volem és demostrar que la discapacitat pot ser en un aspecte de la teva vida, però tots tenim moltes capacitats. Per tant, qualsevol de nosaltres també podem tenir alguna capacitat que estigui més limitada, i aquí l'exemple, l'Anna Vives, una noia amb síndrome de Down, que va dissenyar aquesta tipografia tan especial, i avui ens fa moltíssima il·lusió perquè és un partit oficial de UEFA, a més.
I a més, l'Anna, que ja fa temps que vosaltres col·laboreu amb la Fundació del Barça, és una autèntica crac.
És molt crac, és molt culer. Ella ha ofert també a altres equips i alguns equips d'Amèrica Llatina estan col·laborant, però clar, el Barça era per ella el màxim. I realment és veritat que sí que s'havia utilitzat en un partit del Gamper l'any 2013, però no era un partit oficial ni de UEFA ni de Lliga, no? Per tant, avui haver aconseguit, jo volia donar les gràcies també a la UEFA Foundation perquè ha sigut molt sensible a aquest tema i de seguida ens ha dit que sí de poder utilitzar aquesta tipografia. Per tant, donar aquest missatge tan poderós de que les persones amb discapacitat tenen altres capacitats que potser nosaltres no tindríem, com pensar en una tipografia especial, doncs és únic.
Ja veieu que hi ha molt xivarri perquè tenim els jugadors del Barça aquí molt a prop de la nostra posició. Doctora Segú, simplement per acabar, tant de bo ens doni molta sort, però la Fundació fa que a vegades ho oblidem, que el més important no és la pilota, que la pilota entri. La Fundació del Barça té una gran tasca que està complint des de fa anys.
Sí, però així mateix també esperem avui que ens doni molta sort i recordar aquesta tipografia tota la vida.
Doncs moltíssimes gràcies, aquí la veiem amb la directora general de la Fundació, li agraïm molt la seva presència i que gaudeixi del partit.
Moltes gràcies a vosaltres.
Deixem que marxi la doctora Marta Segú. Deixa'm explicar-vos per cert una cosa. Avui el Barça ha emès un comunicat, Robert Pablo, segur que l'heu pogut veure, en què explica que després de celebrar-se les eleccions d'aquest passat diumenge s'obre ara un període de cohabitació institucional. Què vol dir això? Recordem que el guanyador de les eleccions, la seva candidatura, el president Joan Laporta, és electe. Fins al 30 de juny no podrà assolir el càrrec, prendre possessió del càrrec. Fins aleshores hi haurà aquest període de transició i aquesta cohabitació amb la junta directiva que ara formen el president Rafa Yuste i també el secretari Josep Cubells. Ells són els que prenen les decisions, els que tenen veu, vot i presa de decisió des d'ara fins al 30 de juny. Òbviament anirem veient el president Laporta en actes. Avui, per exemple, serà a la llotja, sempre però convidat per la Junta. Tot a punt a l'estadi, senyors. L'hora de la veritat, caro creu. Barça-Newcastle, els nervis i el vent a flor de pell.
All right, well, there you go. The special jerseys for today, you can see them on your screens right now with that special font on the names and numbers to commemorate International Down Syndrome Day, which is this week on the 21st of March, and designed by Ana Vives, a great initiative by the Barca Foundation. And, of course, thanks to the UEFA Foundation for allowing that to happen today. Pablo, the players are in the tunnel, and... I'm starting to get a bit nervous.
It's nearly showtime, already. Yeah.
Right, well, very quickly, should we do guess the score now, or should we start game commentary and then? I mean, I'm.
Let's do some guess the scores.
Let's do some guess the scores. Okay, yeah. You're the boss here. There we go. So, guess the scores. Live chat. Drop.
Oh, I was wrong.
No. Okay, let's do game commentary. Okay, the players stepping out onto the pitch. So let's go to it.
And so here we go, it's Barca versus Newcastle in the Champions League round of 16, a place in the quarterfinals up for grabs. Just look at the Spotify Camp Nou as the road to Budapest continues for Hansi Flick's team. They were just about left at the doors of the final last time around in front of these beautiful fans who want to make things right this year. They're going to face Newcastle 1-1 in the first leg, remember, so everything to play for, no away goals. This is a clean slate as Hansi Flick makes his way down to the pitch. It feels like one of those big games. It's the earlier kickoff, but Barca in front of the fans at the Spotify Camp Nou, Robert. They know this is one of those games of the season, isn't it?
It is one of those games of the season. It's an important one heading into the final stretch. We want to be in those quarterfinals. Newcastle gave us a lot of trouble at St James's Park, but we've been saying it. Spotify Camp Nou is not St James's Park. Today, 62,000 in attendance after Barca obtained license 1C, and they need to be heard. The team need to feel the support of those fans. It's the first knockout stage game in the Champions League that Barca has played at Spotify Camp Nou since 2019, since that Liverpool game. We've got a strong lineup out there. We'll go over it in a second, and I want to ask all of our live chat. I want to say hi to all of our live chat and ask them for their score predictions on the chat. Drop your predictions. Pablo, let's talk about Barca's lineup.
Yeah, certainly is a strong one, I'd say, that Hansi Flick has gone for. Joan Garcia in goal, of course, Eric Cubarsí, Gerard Martin, Cancelo, Bernal, Pedri, Fermin, Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski and Rafinha. You'll see it on the screens in a few moments' time. But Barca have gone strong. I think Flick, he knew he had to go strong for this one. He's been able to rotate a bit more in recent weeks, so I'm delighted with the team he's put out there. And there it is indeed in full. Remember though, Robert, there are 4 Barca players who are 1 booking away from a suspension if we were to get to the quarterfinals. So watch out for those players who are potentially in trouble. Fermin's one of them, Lamine Yamal's one of them, Casado is also one, and Gerard Martin, if I'm not wrong.
Gerard Martin is the 4th on that list. If they were to see a yellow card today, they would miss the first leg of the quarterfinals. We do need to make that first leg of the quarterfinals, though, for them to be able to miss it. That would be also, I remind you, at Spotify Camp Nou against either Tottenham Hotspur or against Atletico de Madrid. Hansi Flick yesterday was asked a lot of questions about the first leg, about that in Newcastle intensity, about their man-to-man pressure, that high pressure that forced a lot of Barca mistakes. He said, we've got the answers. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but we've analysed the game and we have come up with the answers. The referee for today, Francois Letessier. Good news for Barca when Letessier is the referee, at least last season. 2-3 in Dortmund, 3-1 at home against Benfica.
Yep, got a good record with him and in front of these fans. I have to agree, Robert, it should be a different sort of night for Barca. St James's Park and the Spotify Camp Nou, 2 very different scenarios for a game. Here's the Newcastle team, by the way. 1 change from the first leg. So Ramsdale keeps his spot in goal. Teo and Burner at the heart of defence. Hall and Trippier are flanking them. Joe Linton and Tonali is back in after missing recent games through illness. Ramsey is elected to start at midfield. And Anthony Gordon is in up front as we think the false 9. Anthony Elanga and Harvey Barnes, who scored Newcastle's only goal, on the wings. There is Lamine Yamal. Is it one of those special nights for him? It was his penalty, wasn't it, that's got us in this position late on, call as you like, after Olmo was fouled by Teo. Now let's see if he can maybe make one of those nights to remember for Barca. There is Barcelona. There is the Spotify Camp Nou. You can see the pocket, can't you, of Newcastle fans up in that top corner. We're expecting pretty much a full house for this one. No doubt about that. How good does that look? A Champions League night here at the Spotify Camp Nou. This is what we've been waiting for.
It is indeed, Pablo Walls. Ever since we went back to Spotify Camp Nou, the game has started. Let's start the clock. Ever since we went back to Spotify Camp Nou in November, this was what we dreamt of, and it's a tight one. It's a tight one after that first leg. Barca were outplayed in several stretches of the game. Barca found it very tough against Newcastle in that man-to-man pressure. Let's see what their approach is tonight. Are they coming out as brave with that man-to-man, or are they going to take a couple of steps back?
Yeah, going to be fascinating. I'll tell you what, Robert, immediately on, I'm just seeing it looks great with both goals not having fans in it, doesn't it? I'll tell you what, and of course we got the Gran Animación at the other end, although Newcastle here are probing early on, and I'll tell you what, they've won a free kick inside 40 seconds. Set pieces will be something we'll have to worry about. I thought we dealt with set pieces brilliantly actually in the away leg, something I was a little bit worried about, but I thought we dealt with them really well. Gordon on that occasion being pulled back by Eric Garcia, who is back at right back early on. And for Eddie Howe and Newcastle, well, they'll be thinking these chances are ones we want to take advantage of, aren't they?
You spoke about the defensive set pieces in the first leg. Hansi Flick, as a matter of fact, said he wasn't happy with the performance, of course, with what Barca did on the ball, but he was very happy with how Barca performed defensively, and I have to agree with him. It was a solid performance. Newcastle didn't create that many clear goal-scoring opportunities. Of course, let's be careful here now.
In by Tonali then. First piece of defending for Barca. They did it well initially. It falls to Elanga, loops back in. It should be Joan Garcia's ball. It is Joan Garcia's ball, and Barca can move up the field.
Right, well, I want to say hi to the nearly 9,000 watching us here on YouTube, this Barca Live, and I want to remind you that you can vote on our poll. Who will be the first scorer for Barca? Is it Lamine Yamal? Is it Lewandowski? Is it Rafinha? Or is it another player?
Barnes. Good from Cancelo. 4 options there for us, Robert. We've got other as well. I'm going to go for tonight.
I'm going Leva.
Yeah.
Full trust.
You know what? To be different, I'm going to go for Rafinha. I was tempted to go Leva as well. I'll go Rafinha since you went for him for a key player, so I'll go for him for first scorer. How are the votes looking, actually? Already over 3,000, by the way.
By the way, I did ask the chat to drop their predictions. We'll go over them after this set piece.
Yeah, which Newcastle have taken short. Lewis Hall, Rafinha right on the money there. Although Trippier's won this back. Trippier to the back post where Teal's lurky. He's going to get first contact on that. Defending early on to do here for Barca. Burn straight at Joan Garcia. Just a bit of early work to do for Barca to do defensively then. Survived it for now.
Right, score predictions. Alia says 3-0. Anant Edit says, my score prediction, 2-1 Barca win. Ezequiel Rita says 3-0 Barca. Pilita Malaguita says 2-0 Barca. Mac Lumbis says 4-2. It's Piano Guy says 3-1. LVK says 3-0. And Fadel Reza says 3-1. El Medeiros also 3-1. It seems to be a very consensus. There seems to be consensus with that result because Pablo Wolves, I have been on a couple of artificial intelligence sites and asked them for their predictions as well, and they are telling me it's either 2-1 or 3-1.
Okay, that's what they're going for.
Yeah.
Well, Roy, I'll tell you what, we didn't get to show our guests the scores earlier.
Oh yes, let me show that.
And I'll tell you what, I think I agree with not only the chat but also the artificial intelligence because I've gone something pretty similar to that. There you go.
There they are. Our predictions. I'm going 2-0. Juventus is going 3-0, and Pablo, you're the only one who thinks we're not going to get a clean sheet.
Yeah. That's odd. I think we're going to go 2-0 up, and then I'm going Newcastle pull one back, a little bit nervy, and then they start leaving a bit of space, and we'll pick them off that way. So I'm going 3-1. You've gone 2-0, is it, Robert? Yeah. Okay.
I'm going with what Hansi Flick said should happen after the game against Newcastle. Juventus asked him, what does Barca need to do better in the game at Spotify Camp Nou? And Hansi said, well, we need to score and keep a clean sheet.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
So those are the keys.
1-0 will do the trick too. It might leave us with a heart condition, but here comes Cancelo down the left-hand side. Nice bursting on Rafinha. Could be the first chance here for Barca. Really good defending though
corner kick
by Burn. And look at the fans behind that goal. They enjoyed that one. Corner for Barca.
Pablo, you said, wouldn't it be funny if we used this every time? Well, I'm using it. I'm using the graphic. Corner kick in favour of Barca.
We need to do a vote. Favourite graphic on the graphics pad. The corner kick graphic.
Yep, there we go.
Eddie Howe with some instructions there as Barca looking to swing in the first corner. Is that Cancelo who's going to take it, maybe?
I think it is. The incoming cross by Cancelo.
Yeah, it's not great, actually. Goes all the way over everyone. Easy for Ramsdale at the back post to grasp, but he can just kick that long. He feels as though he was impeded by Lewandowski there. And the referee didn't agree, so Pedri will now bring it back to Joan Garcia. This is Barca's goalkeeper who had interest from Newcastle in the summer. He said in recent weeks that once Barca came in, I never had any doubts. How about that from Lamine Yamal? Nice turn.
Here we go.
On the halfway line from him. Oh, another slip there. Has let Rafinha in. Now Fermin. This is Rafinha! Barca 1, Newcastle 0. It's Rafinha with a goal inside the opening 5 minutes. Didn't take long. Some really, really costly slips at the back for Newcastle. And Barca have punished them just like that. 5 minutes gone. That's the dream start, Robert.
There it is. Goal by Rafinha. Barca have one. Barca take one. One of the keys of this game was to try and take the lead early. And they do it. Great turn by Lamine Yamal. And I said in the preview, we need prime Rafinha, and prime Rafinha delivers. There we go on the replay. Lovely turn. by Lamine Yamal. I think maybe a stroke of luck as the ball gets to Fermin, but Fermin does very well to get it back to Rafinha, and it's a calm, cool finish by the Brazilian.
Yeah, that slipped costly there. I can't remember who it was. Lewis Hall maybe who slipped. Either way, it's costly, isn't it? And credit Fermin, he was really cool not to go on his own, but to actually put it back to Rafinha. And talk about a dream start for Barca. Rafinha, look at it, just delays as well, then fires into the corner. And Robert, I only went for Rafinha's first score because you went for Lewandowski. So there you go.
There you go. Round of applause for you, Pablo. There we go. Drop your Rafinha emojis in the live chat. Your special customized Rafinha emojis to celebrate. The Barca are 1-0 ahead in the 5th minute. Rafinha the scorer. Rafinha was key in last season's Champions League. Rafinha's going to be key in this season's Champions League.
Oh, it feels like it, doesn't it? Only his second goal from what I was just seeing out on the stats, Robert, in this season's Champions League. He always scores when it matters most, doesn't he? And now, that's what Eddie Howe has to worry about.
A quick question for you. Off the top of your head, which was the other goal? Which was the other Rafinha goal in the Champions League?
Damn, that's a tough one. Give me... do you have it?
No. I was away for almost 3 months, and my memory is fuzzy.
I've got it. It's the final league phase game against Copenhagen. Yeah, penalty, yeah.
There we go.
First outfield goal.
Right. Can we show those Rafinha emojis? Can we show the live chat how we ask and the live chat delivers?
Yeah.
Careful, here goes Fermin.
Oh,
here goes Fermin.
Fermin's in!
Ramsdale.
Oh, goodness me, Robert. Ramsdale coming out there and just about getting it. Jesus, I thought nearly a second for Barca in quick succession. And that was onside, I think. I'll tell you what, they're checking something here. I'm guessing they're checking. Did he handle it?
No,
he didn't.
He didn't.
There's nothing wrong with that.
By the way, I love the banter in the live chat because Ezequiel Rita says, "Why can't I see anything? I can't watch the game." And Matt Lumby says, "Maybe you're getting blind." No, we can't show the game. It's only commentary, like It's Piano Guy says. So yeah, we can't show the game. But hey, stay with us for play-by-play for some interaction to celebrate Barca goals, to celebrate that Barca have taken the lead. Oh, and how does that alter Newcastle's game plan here?
Yeah, that's the question now, isn't it, for Newcastle, who would have been hoping, I think, Robert, to get through the first 20-25 minutes here at 0-0 and then maybe think about going forward themselves, then think about maybe opening things up a bit. But now that changes things, and immediately they'll be able to feel the pressure, won't they, of the home fans on their backs immediately. Now every time they've got the ball a little bit more under pressure, not the start they wanted, certainly. A team who are vastly stronger at home than they are away from home, and certainly that's come into play early on here. Barca have got the game where they want things. A dream start for Hansi Flick's team. Here's João Cancelo.
There we go. Right,
Rafinha unable to get that back, and they'll try that, won't they? Trying to get Elanga away on that occasion. Didn't quite fall through to him, and it trickles out for a Barca throw-in.
Rafinha gave Barca the lead in the 5th minute. What a dream start to this game, Pablo. I wasn't able to ask the question, what will the key of the game be?
Yeah,
and one of the possible answers, and I can prove this, because I've not typed this after the fact.
This was from beforehand? Or?
No. Okay, it was another question. I typed it beforehand, but I'm giving you the answers of quizzes.
I'm not looking.
This was what I had typed before.
Okay.
The game. What are you most excited about today? Option 1, just being in the Champions League. The Champions League at Spotify Camp Nou. Option 2, top Rafinha. Ooh. And option 3, the Spotify Camp Nou energy being the first game back in a knockout stage since 2019 with the 62,000 in attendance, the 12 out of 12 run. But option 2 was top Rafinha. And
yes,
Champions League Rafinha is a great thing to have.
It is, yeah. Bernal's been penalised there. I'm going to be honest with you. I think if you asked me that at the top of the programme, I probably would have said the fact that it's Champions League, or maybe even the Spotify Camp Nou energy, because that's probably like when I woke up today, that's probably what I was most excited about. The fact that it's a Champions League night at home. But hey, you said it before, and we've been speaking about it. To have Rafinha firing on these sorts of nights is great. That was quite cynical from Bernal looking back on it. And,
it was, because he got the ball, but the ball sort of rolled away from him, and
he went. There you go.
Right, to our question, we've got Alia saying Rafinha, Piano Guy saying Rafinha, Maclum is saying number 3, Camp Nou, Alia saying 2 and 3, but 2. So, top Rafinha is definitely an important ingredient to have in the latter stages of the Champions League.
And Newcastle got a free kick here in a very similar position to one they had a few moments ago. Again, it's Tonali who's going to take it. This has been their best route to goal so far for Newcastle. In by Tonali, and again, pretty well dealt with by a Barca perspective. Again, headed out cleanly, and Hall goes all the way back to Ramsdale. 11 minutes played. Barca have the dream start they wanted, and now all the emphasis on Newcastle to try and claw themselves back into this game.
By the way, now that Tonali was delivering the cross, a couple of things just came to mind. One is that last week, on the day after the game, I went back to listen to your broadcast. You and Spence were here for that game. It's quite hilarious in the 90th minute to hear Spence saying, okay, well, let's just run the clock out. This is Newcastle's game. Let's go back to Spotify Camp Nou. We'll deal with it there, only to have Lamine Yamal score 4 minutes later. The other thing was that Barca got granted that penalty for 2 reasons. One, because Newcastle made a substitution in the 90th minute, so once the aggregate had already started. The other is because Tonali, when there's a free kick in midfield, he just delays the game. He just takes his time in delivering the ball, and that's when the referee goes, 1.
Add another minute on.
Add the minute on, and that is why Barca got the chance to play 1 extra minute and get the penalty out of it.
Yeah, silly from Newcastle, wasn't it, in added time? And what a frustrating one for them as well, I will say, because at 1-0, and in that game, I mean, Spencer's comment is funny, but at the time, it did feel like that, didn't it? It did feel like a game that you were just thinking, we're not getting anything from this. You know, we are not getting anything from this game, and hey, you know, that's what you would say. You've got to always believe in the Champions League, still keep fighting until the very last minute. Credit Olmo, came off the bench, brought that bit of magic, didn't he? You know, with the little dancing run into the box. Tio was a little bit too silly, naive maybe with the tackle. I'm not sure why this is being retaken 100 times, but we are going to have a Newcastle free kick deep in their own half here. But you mentioned the Spence comment to me, Roberto, when you came back in. I didn't even realise at the time.
It was quite hilarious.
Ramsdale's got to kick long here for Newcastle. 30 minutes on the clock. Barca 1, Newcastle 0. Long by the English goalkeeper, who's got the number 1 spot over Nick Pope in recent weeks. That one easily won, though, by Gerard Martin. How good has he been at centre-back of late? Now Fermin, trying to find Rafinha. Not quite enough on the pass. A big question mark as to who starts, Fermin or Olmo today. Well, Fermin with an early assist in this game, vindicating his selection. Ramsdale.
Rafinha is what Barca's social media accounts are posting. I get the sentiment.
Hall.
Be careful here.
Yeah, dangerous. Medi Garcia came flying out. Lewis Hall. Look at Elanga. He's got bags of room. This is Elanga. It's 1-1. And that's how quickly things can change. Barca caught out. He was cool as you like, wasn't he there, Anthony Elanga? And it's Barca 1, Newcastle 1. There's the space in behind exploited.
And that is what's dangerous about this team. They have speed. They have the ability to play the ball in behind Barca's defence, and they have good finishers. Elanga on the end of that cross. 1-1.
Bit too easy, Robert, from a Barca perspective, isn't it?
Too easy.
It was a little 1-2 down our right-hand side, their left-hand side. This. It's too easy. And he's open in the middle.
Yeah, no offside. Also get caught in space, and that's one of the worries. It's one of the worries of this game. Dream start, but all tied again. Yeah. Keep going. Keep the positive energy coming, live chat.
It was an awkward one for Joan Garcia as well, wasn't it? Because he didn't know whether to stay or go. And in the end, he sort of got caught in 2 minds. He decided to stick a bit. That gave Elanga a decent amount of room and space to think about his finish, and finished it well in the end.
Well, we're back to square one.
Back where we started, people.
Yeah.
The results for first scorer came in, by the way. 18,000 votes, which is a very high number. Ooh. And 37% did get Rafinha, which is not bad.
Oh, careful here in space. Eddie Garcia, great ball.
So nearly.
Got Tonali.
Yeah, Tonali in the way.
On the back.
Well, Fermin had a bit of luck, didn't he, with the way the first goal came about, the way the ball came through to him eventually, not on that occasion. 15 minutes gone. We thought there'd be goals, so the clean sheet's out the window early on, unfortunately for Barça. Still yet to keep a clean sheet in this season's Champions League. Something that Flick will want to rectify, you'd imagine, in recent weeks, but in weeks to come, I should say.
It's been an open game so far.
Yeah.
Both goals, same nature more or less. Barca catching Newcastle in space, then Newcastle catching Barca in space. Barca would do well to quieten the game down, make the most of a higher percentage of possession maybe. It's at 58% now, I think.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what, Newcastle will be pleased because with the early Barca goal, you were thinking then, can we get our second? When are we going to get our second? That's what we're all thinking about. They looked a little bit shell-shocked, I'd say, as well after the opening Barca goals. They'll be chuffed just to quieten things down a little bit, you know, and get the foothold back in the game. They've got the equaliser. Just will give them some confidence and make this one a little bit tougher for Barca. And I'll say it again, people look at Newcastle's league position and think this is going to be one of the easier games. This is not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. How about that from Lamine Yamal?
Oh, and that should be a yellow.
Should be a yellow for Joe Linton. Yes, it will be.
It will be.
We've had the corner kick emoji. Can we have the yellow card one?
If I can find it, there it is.
Ooh.
The yellow card is not for me. It is for Joelinton.
But it looks like it's for you. I've never seen that one before.
There it is. It's on our touchpad.
Okay. Yeah, Lamine swiped out there. That's not a bad player for Barca, actually, to have on a yellow card on the opposition team. Joelinton, a player who just put himself about. And I'll tell you what, if Newcastle do make it to the quarterfinals, he's not going to be available for the first leg, suspended.
Let's hope that is not relevant.
Yeah. Rafinha over the subsequent set piece, by the way, with the armband on tonight, the Brazilian. No, it's been quite a central position. Does he go for goal from here? It's quite the way away. He's going to dink it to the back post.
There we go!
Martin's in! Bernal!
Marc Bernal, the Spotify Camp Nou hero!
He can't stop scoring, can he, Bernal? He's got another one! Ice in his veins inside the penalty area. And Barca have made it 2-1 in the blink of an eye. Gerard Martin to Bernal, a goal in La Masia. Barca 2, Newcastle 1.
What is it with Marc Bernal and Spotify Camp Nou?
He can't stop scoring.
My goodness.
He's made a habit of this, hasn't he? Points to the badge, and rightly so. Was it onside, Robert? Yes, it was, yeah.
Yes, it is.
I had the doubt whether Gerard Martin had just gone too early. Well worked from Barca. Set piece, as we said, maybe somewhere that Newcastle could hurt us. Barca hurt Newcastle. 2-1 to the Catalans.
I thought that Gerard Martin had messed up the header. No, it's fully intentional, the assist to Marc Bernal, who then has the awareness to see Ramsdale going left and put the ball past him, going to the right. Marc Bernal, drop your Bernal emojis on the live chat.
Super
This
finish.
kid.
I know. We didn't think he'd be a scorer, did we?
No. It's 5 goals at Spotify Camp Nou already.
I'll tell you what, Noel. Can you imagine if Marc Bernal ends this season in double digits?
We need to ask Spence for a Bernal rap.
You know. Bernal's first goal came against Mallorca, right?
Yeah.
And it was 2-0 in that game. And Spence decided to say, whoever scores next, I'm going to do a rap for them. And Marc Bernal's goal, we made a joke. Can you imagine if it's Bernal?
Why is that Araujo warming up?
I'm not sure, but he's got to come on. Yeah, which is a worry here. You wonder whether that's a relapse for Eric, maybe, is it?
I don't like this. Eric's running.
Yeah, risky ball out there, but it's worked well for Barca. Araujo's warming up and he's going to come on, by the way, guys. So we'll see what's happening here. I'm wondering if our colleague Lorenzo can tell us anything pitch side. This is Cancelo for now.
I'm guessing we'll get a replay. No. I mean, Eric's playing quite high up on the pitch right now. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't see anything from anyone. It's got to be a defender.
My concern is that it's Eric because has he had a relapse?
Ooh,
Careful here.
That's a big error.
Inside the box, almost recovered. Fermin forces a corner.
Yeah, Barca all over Newcastle right now, 2-1 up. And Araujo's going to be coming on, that is for sure. And Flick says now, Flick says I've had enough. I don't want anything else.
No risks. Is it Cancelo?
Oh dear.
I don't know. I mean, they're showing us Cancelo now. It's Eric. It's Eric.
Yeah.
Eric.
That was the most probable, wasn't it, Robert? So Flick, who threw Eric back in today, he doesn't look like overly hurt, Eric Garcia.
I think it's caution. I think they're doing this for caution.
Yeah.
He must have felt like a little tweak and said, no, I'm not risking it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's what it is, at least.
Yeah, so Eric Garcia there, just cautionary taken off. Araujo on. So an early change for Barca. Not what they wanted, not what the doctor ordered at all, is it?
No.
And Araujo does indeed take the armband off of Rafinha. And he'll go straight into the box for this corner, of course, will the Uruguayan. Changes things, doesn't it, Robert? Changes things, absolutely.
It absolutely does.
I said it when you were talking about key players. Eric Garcia was one of those options. Araujo as a right back, that's a very different profile to Eric Garcia. Very different profile indeed. And maybe link up with Lamine Yamal, not quite on the same wavelength. But we'll have to wait and see how this one plays out. 21 minutes played. Barca have retaken the lead here. And Rafinha is over the corner.
Right.
In it goes by the Brazilian. Oh, goodness me, it was Araujo who got his head to it. Cleared at the front post. Another corner.
Imagine coming on and scoring.
First touch, yeah, have that. Well, a third Barca goal would be brilliant right now. Lightning quick start to this game. Bernal, by the way, first Champions League goal for him. That's
of course.
Gerard Martin's first assist of the season 2. Corner in again. Araujo up there again. Another corner.
I was going to point out, not the first assist in the Champions League, because remember that Inter game, the return game.
How can we forget, Robert? How can we forget? A game that will be looming large in the memories of all the Barca fans, of course. Another corner. Araujo's in there again. He's got that run on the front post, you know. That's three times in a row. 3 times he's made first contact.
There you go.
Finally, Newcastle have a goal kick, and they survive the latest Barca storm. Just couldn't quite flick it into the near post there. Araujo. We know this is onside, but we're going to see the replay anyway. Dan Burn it is who's playing Gerard Martin well onside, as you can see.
My goodness, Mar Bernal.
Incredible, isn't it? The turn of events that have made him into such a scorer. And not just into a scorer, I think it's great that he's getting so much game time, Robert. It seemed almost unthinkable at the start of the season because he was very much out of the limelight. You'd say before February, really, even, you know, and it's been a thing in the last month, really, obviously after that long recovery from injury. It's just been so good popping up in those big moments, and he does it again here tonight for Barca. Pedri, was he fouled? No. Throw in to Barca. Stats are flying in tonight, by the way. Robert, 16 assists that Fermin has got this season. How about that? And Rafinha's got 18 goals. Incredible.
Right, I have a question for you, and I have a question for our fans. Let's take a look at the match's stats as well. Right now, Barca have 58% possession, 3 shots, 2 goals. There we go. That's efficiency for you.
We'll take that, actually. You know?
That's efficiency for you. And Cubarsi's gone down in a heap.
Yeah, it was a collision with Araujo, actually, his own player. Got a bit of a whack. I think he'll be okay. But, of course, medical staff running straight onto the pitch. Oof, yeah.
Ooh, and he goes...
Yeah, it wasn't great, was it?
It's a collision with Araujo, and then Cubarsi, as he goes down, his head goes backwards.
Not a nice not watch at all.
No. Elected President Joan Laporta, of course, in attendance.
There he is,
next to current President Rafa Yuste.
Yeah.
Right, here's the question for you, as Cubarsi seems to be fine.
I'm ready.
Audience, Pablo Walls, what is your favourite thing about the game so far? The early Rafinha strike, Spotify Camp Nou Bernal, or just the pace of this game? I'm in a group chat with some English friends, and they are Spurs fans, they are Arsenal fans.
Yeah.
This message just came through.
Go on.
Saying, Barca are a very fun watch these days.
Yeah. You know what's always funny, actually, and me and Spence were having this debate, Robert, and we'll get on to the question in a minute as well. These Champions League nights, especially when we play English teams, are a way for the English fans and the Premier League fans to see Barca. Because they don't watch us week in, week out. And, you know, it's... And I remember all the talk about Pedri and De Jong when we played Newcastle at St James's Park in the league phase. And everyone said, oh, these guys are amazing. And we get to watch them every week, of course.
Yeah.
And it's always funny to hear what they think of us. when they see him for the first time. And we were saying on the way here that if there's anything Barca are under Flick, it's exciting. It's good to watch.
And if you listen to podcasts and you read articles, obviously there is skepticism about the way that Barca play because of the risks that we take with our system and the space that is left in behind defence and the opportunities that teams have in transition. But hey, look, as someone who thinks that football should be entertainment, this is so entertaining to watch, and I'd rather take the risks. And I mean, if we see the results from last season, results from this season, there's a higher reward than like the on the risk reward ratio. We're more on the reward side.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think most Barca fans would agree with that. The way we're playing on a Flick. I mean, we've literally seen it in this game. It's exciting. It's good to watch. We're fun going forward, but we can leave spaces in behind. We saw that, didn't we, with the Elanga goal, of course, early on. To answer your question, sorry, back to it. I'm loving the pace of the game, but I'm loving even more Spotify Camp Nou Bernal.
That's my answer. That's my.
I can't get over it.
I can't get over it. No. Spotify Camp Nou Bernal. My goodness me, he's supposed to be the defensive midfielder.
Yeah, he just keeps going forward. I mean, in terms of players you compare him to, this always happened. People maybe said he's like a Busquets. I don't really see him as that because I think he works a bit more with the ball in terms of dribbling and he can go
different
past
system
people.
as well.
Yeah, it's more of a double pivot, isn't it? More than like a single pivot, but. Doesn't seem like that at all. For me, this guy seems like someone who's got box presence, He really does. He's a bit of a box crasher, which I like. Lewis Hall's won this back. And here's Barnes. And there's Hall. And there's Elanga again. And Newcastle have 2. Unbelievable. Really is.
How did that get through?
Out of nothing.
My goodness.
Lots of question marks to be asked at the back. You would say that much. Barca 2, Newcastle 2. Well, we have to tighten up defensively, don't we, Robert? Surely?
We do. We do. I mean, that one feels like it came out of nowhere. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the replay. 2-2. I mean, for me, obviously, the positive thing is that Barca have shown positive signs all game through. But yeah, it's a silly loss.
It was
in a dangerous position, and the ball just somehow gets past Araujo, Hall, Martin and Bernal.
The giveaway was sloppy by Lamine. You would say that much, wouldn't you? On the edge of the box, a little back heel of that. Probably not the place for it. But yeah, you'd probably back someone in Barca red and blue to stop that source when it came in, or even once it got to the box. Not great tracking. And Elanga, you could see him all day long at the back post. He was in. Pedri's been clobbered there by Joelinton, who is on a booking, remember. Referee's not even given a free kick. Trippier now. Lightning quick game this, Elanga. And look at the options round the back. Gordon's in. Gordon misses. And that was onside, yeah. Flick furious because Pedri's been whacked here.
Right, let's take a look. Let's see if we get a replay here. Let's see if VAR can intervene. I don't think it... I mean, it's a foul.
Yeah.
But I don't think VAR should intervene.
No.
It's Joelinton trying to get his arm around, knocks Pedri in the face. Should be a free kick, but...
Yeah. Is that a yellow for you? I couldn't see if that was stopping a counter-attack. Maybe not. The only reason they ask is because he's on a yellow.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Dramatically changes the game if he sees a yellow.
Vital. Matt Columbus said 4-2, I told you.
Yeah. Alia saying, Robert, you're going to completely lose your voice. I'm feeling it, I know. Davi says this whole match has been great to watch.
Yeah. It's been good fun for the neutral. I mean, that's what we're saying. Maybe we're entertaining the neutral even more than anyone this season. Pedri had to be careful there, but he was so slick on the ball. Now Cancelo. 2 balls so finely in the balance. My God, early on here. Garcia.
Careful.
Araujo. The line towards Lamine Yamal. Burn can sweep things away. Anyone who thought Newcastle weren't going to cause us issues
exactly.
away from home, well, they certainly are.
It's definitely a different game.
It is.
Barca look more comfortable on the ball tonight than last week. and Barca's press has been more effective, has forced more Newcastle mistakes, but credit to them. They've managed to get forward, they've managed to exploit one Barca mistake and one chance that Barca gave them in space, 2-2.
Yep, they're certainly poising that threat, aren't they? And they'll be gaining confidence, I think, by seeing the space that they are being afforded in behind. There you go, almost bang on 10 minutes after the Barca goals, where it is when Newcastle equalised. I think that's 6th minute, Newcastle 15th, and then 18th to 28th. Hall trying to play fast, quick, aren't they, in behind Newcastle, but still. Barca for now, got to be careful. Gerard Martin. Joan Garcia now to Cubarsí. Can he fire this one up, Cubarsí? Yes, he can. Flicked on, and Tio should deal with that.
Yeah.
I saw a great stat sheet of it that only 2 players who are teenagers have played in over 10, and we'll do it in a minute because Langa's in. It should be offside, I agree.
That should be another
Gordon
off.
will probably stick this in. What a save by Joan Garcia, and the flag is up. Yeah,
And Cubarsí
furious. Yeah,
furious that the flag is not raised earlier.
he was saying there was that much room.
Yeah.
And he was way off. The stat, Roberts, was only 2 players who are teenagers have played in over 10 Champions League knockout games. Lamine Yamal and Cubarsí.
There you go.
That's a good stat, isn't it?
Lamine Yamal very close to being the top scorer in Champions League history under 19. Just 1 goal away from Mbappe, if I'm not mistaken.
Could be tonight. Could be tonight.
Cynical tackle there by Dan Burn on Lewandowski, by the way. No yellow.
No, went right through him, didn't he? Didn't look great in lifetime. Lamine Yamal, of course, who's our top scorer this season.
Catches the
It's not a great one, is it?
how's that not yellow?
Yeah. Sort of a scissor action they're trying to cut out these days as well, but he went right through him, Burn. Almost feels like catching our breaths a bit here. 32 minutes played, it's been that frantic. Can't imagine it slowing down. Not at 2-2.
Don't think so.
Already had some crazy Champions League games. How about Sporting against Bodo Glimt yesterday? 5-0.
My goodness.
Coming back from 3-0 down. PSG stuck 8 past Chelsea as well. Madrid are, of course, also through, as are Arsenal. We'll have to wait and see the 3 games that happen later on tonight. We've got to deal with ourselves first. If we do get the job, then we'll have to keep our eyes on Atleti Tottenham. Araujo's throwing.
Let's get the job done first.
Now
There we go. Fermin in
loads of
space.
space. More space than Barca were ever being afforded at St James's Park. Really finds Cancelo. Rafinha's trying to make his way over to the left-hand side. He does make his way over, and he gives the ball.
Fermin shifted things towards the left when there wasn't much going for it on the left-hand side. Maybe if we keep it this side with Lamine Yamal. Tried to build, allow Rafinha to get back. Ooh.
Well worked again by Newcastle. A good lunge by Cubarsí, but they're still going here with Hall. And lovely players found the Langa. And Gerard Martin sticks it up clear. We are being put under pressure here, Robert. This is a defensive test. You would say that much, isn't it? It really is.
Yeah.
Struggle to remember a side coming here and in the first half at Stadium we've been so solid, causing us so many problems.
No, I can't think of one. Not at home. Since we've returned to Spotify.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess PSG at Montjuic earlier in the season.
Yeah,
that feels like a lifetime ago.
It does, yeah.
Oh my.
Hall over a set piece. Newcastle had a good few of these. Just over 10 minutes to go until half time. Joan Garcia's trying to organise his war. It's been a pretty clinical display from both teams so far. 3 shots on target for Newcastle. You can see the stats on your screens there. 2 for Barca. 4 goals. Will it be Hall or Tonali then this time to swing this in? It looks as though Sandro Tonali is going to take the ball again here. You can see the wind, can't you? Barnes. Good ball by Barnes. Strung out to see. I watched it all the way though.
Nice catch.
He dishes Barca out immediately here with Rafinha. Oh, and look at Cancelo. 50-50, which Tonali wins.
Hard work there by Tonali. Getting back.
Yeah.
He was the player who delivered.
Gerard Martin here. He and Cubarsí certainly been under pressure so far, haven't he? That centre-back partnership, my goodness me. Had a lot of defending to do at St James's Park.
There we go. I like the sentiment on the live chat. It's Piano Guy, Matt Lumbis, and edits. Visca Barça emojis. Come on, guys. We need the support. Do we have the Visca Barça?
We do. Should we fill the chat with them?
Chat? Where is it?
Emojis?
Emojis.
Visca Barça.
Visca Barça. There we go. Come on. Give me some Visca Barças.
There they all are.
There we go. Give me some Visca Barça emojis.
That's a free kick there. Can I see the chat?
Oh,
Hey.
there we go. That's in our hand. I mean, yeah, Pablo, you need to keep refreshing things for me.
Sorry.
I've been out for long.
Sorry.
So
We'll,
it's, I mean, yeah.
we'll do a little like, oh, how about that? Lovely ball up. A little like refresh points every week.
Yeah, it's a bit like Gavi. You have to play me back in slowly.
15-minute stints now.
Exactly.
Long by Trippier. Langer is pacey, and we knew this would be a problem tonight. Super cross as well. Kubarsi.
Oh.
Excellent defending. And Cancelo gets it clear once. Joe Linton.
That was a super clearance by Kubarsi.
Langer again. Credit Eddie Howe. He's got the game plan right.
Kubarsi.
Did that go? It's given away anyway. Pedri. Rafinha.
Barca need to calm the game down a little
Yeah.
bit, at least for these final 10 minutes.
Bit more maybe sustained possession in the Newcastle half, but it's been very back and forth now.
Yeah.
We're leaving big spaces for Newcastle to run into, which they're really enjoying. We'll say about Kubarsi, right? I mean, he in the last few months, especially with injuries at the back, has had to often be the marshal of a makeshift back four at times, like we're seeing tonight, you know. And you would say huge credit to the job he's doing.
Definitely. I mean, touch wood. I mean, I hesitate even to say this, but he has been the constant
Yeah.
in that defensive line.
Yeah.
Everyone else, for one reason or another, has missed games. Kubarsi has had to play game in, game out, and he's performed at a fantastic level.
Ooh, Cancelo had to be careful there, didn't he? Alanga feels as though he was being pulled back. Yeah, I'd say it was a shame because I feel as though Kuba and Eric were making quite a good partnership, weren't they, together? I can't see that being given, if I'm being completely honest with you.
The slight contact on the shoulder.
It's not enough for me. Alanga goes down way too easily. The question would be, what does he catch his ankles, Cancelo?
I don't think so.
Nah, neither. And are they still checking this?
I'm concerned.
There's a long conversation going on between Rafinha, Trippier and Araujo. Nothing. Throw in for Newcastle. There you go. Right decision, I think, for me. Not enough contacts really for a penalty.
Slightly concerned there for a second, but yeah.
Trippier is going to go over and take this Newcastle throw-in. Look at that already, Robert. Just 7 minutes to go until half-time. It's certainly flown by. Well over 8,000 of you watching us on, by the way. Lovely turnout by all the Barca fans this evening.
I still need to shout out all of our new members today.
There are a good amount of them?
Good amount of them, yeah. I've got a long list. I don't know what stage of the game I'll be able to get through it.
Enjoy.
But there we go. That's a long ball by Newcastle. I'm going to ask you a question, live chat, and maybe I'll shout out a few of the new members. What will the score be at half-time? Will it remain 2-2? Will it be 3-2 Barca? Or will it just be madness again and go 3-3?
You know what, Robert?
Option 2!
I think there's going to be more goals, but I think in the second half. I actually think we're going to go 2-2 into the break. 3-2 would be ideal. Can you imagine if it was 3-3?
No. I can't take it. Careful here, Rafinha. Go.
This should be 3-2. Rafinha, look at Fermin. Surely it's 3-2.
Oh, Lewandowski.
It was Lewandowski was in and it was blocked. Oh my goodness, but it had to be 3-2 now.
It had to be, and Dan Burn came up with a block.
That's a
Rafinha
block,
waited for Lewandowski to arrive. That was a great chance for Barca.
Big error at the back from Newcastle. It's Tio who makes it, I think, no? Yeah. Terrible error.
It's actually Lewandowski who forces the error.
Yeah.
It was going in, but Dan Burn does very well to slide in there and block the shot.
He'd sent Ramsdale the wrong way. Corner for Barca. 40 minutes played in by Cancelo to the back post where Araujo's lurking. He usually wins those. How on earth is that a foul?
Right. Before half-time, I might have to interrupt this, but guys, lots of new members today. I'm going to shout out our new premium members. ascoltarti al meu tresor. New premium members: Heitor Ziaye, Aditya Reddy, Lisandro, Department Sports, YTVC5EU, Muadel Haras, DLS23, Smoothia, Jeroen Vitak, Colin Martin, Scarlett Casselden, Lux, Sport Cash Files, Harry Potter Stories, and Chris Son Kist. If any of you were just shouted out, if any of you are still watching, thank you very much. And tell us where you're watching it from.
Well done, guys. Welcome to the family, by the way. Welcome to the family. Yeah, let yourselves be known in the members live chat. Welcome to the crew, people. Enjoy being a YouTube Premium member. There are lots of perks and advantages to being a YouTube Premium member of this 25 million YouTube community at Barca. Nice stuff from Fermin. Yeah, there's been a good few Legends games as well of late as well, which those Premium members have been able to tune into. Ronaldinho out on show, Puyol.
There you go, against Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Come and celebrate a Barca win with us tonight. We need a Barca win to get it through to the quarterfinals. Right now, we'd be going to extra time. Of course, the goal difference rule changed years ago now. I don't think we need to remind people of this anymore, do we?
No.
Right now, it would all be tie. We would go to extra time, which is leg-wise not what this team needs.
Nope. Oh, nice from Pedri.
Go
Lewandowski. Nice turn from him. Lewandowski going to get a shot away. Can, but it's straight at Aaron Ramsdale.
I like that Lewandowski's on the end of a couple of opportunities now, and feeling that he's at least getting the chances.
Yeah, just getting his angles right, maybe. I mean, that one was harder, wasn't it? The first one that we saw a few minutes ago, you'd back him to bury. Well, and credit to Dan Burner, who got in, of course, but you would expect Levy to bury those. Cancelo trying to win that. Fermin gets in once more. Here comes Barca once more. Fermin, was he fouled? I think he was. No, says the referee. Pedri's in there. Chaos, but Tonali deals with that chaos and can bring Newcastle clear. Here is Harvey Barnes now for the Magpies, driving down the line. Nice as well from Barnes. Lewis Hall past Cubarsí and easily into the arms of Joan Garcia.
And off we go the other way.
Lewis Hall's out of position too. So Lamine Yamal, who we've not seen too much of tonight, can maybe have a good run at his man, but he pulls things back and lays off to Pedri. Yeah. Just we decide to recycle and go again, really. Just calm down a tad, hasn't it? I think since the frantic half an hour that we had in the game.
I'm gonna try this one, see what happens.
Hit them.
Because I need the Barca support.
The Barca flags.
Oh, here we go.
Cancelo past two. João Cancelo away from Burn. And Hall does the job in the second time of asking. Lewandowski plucks out the sky. And Barnes can come away here for Newcastle. He was fouled. 2 fouls actually there from Barca. Cubarsí's been booked, I think, Robert.
Cubarsí's not on the list.
No. Yeah.
Chance given away there by Barca.
That was pretty cynical too from Araujo, by the way. But it's actually the Cubarsí foul that's been given to yellow. Cool.
Okay, I need support for Barca from now until the end of the first half. Let's see if we can get a third one in before heading into the dressing rooms. Give me your Barca flags. Come on. Wave your Barca flags. Do we have a Barca
We've got some Barca flags here, surely. Don't get the offside one up. Hey. And this was a game, by the way, that the Spotify Cup now was filled with Barca flags before kickoff.
There we go. Unfold.
Hey.
There we go. Wave your Barca flags. Come on, guys. In the very limited space we have here, Pablo, I'm going to stop waving the flag. I don't want to poke your eye out.
No, go for it.
There we go.
I'm just waiting, and here they all come.
Here
they all come.
Wait for them.
Slowly,
Thank you, Alia. Thank you, Mac Lundqvist. Thank you, Elmir Days. There they are. What's going on here?
There was a Newcastle player down injured. And they took a bit of time to get on the pitch. They now are leaving. 3 minutes added on, by the way, at the end of the first half then, people.
Let me update that aggregate.
Yeah.
Wait, not 32.
No?
Yeah. Did you see, by the way, there was a game the other day?
It was the
a Real Madrid game in which they gave
yeah.
50 minutes of aggregate time. It was a filter game.
You know what? Because I did the stupid thing, Robert, of turning that game on at 1-1, thinking it was going to end 1-1. Yeah, you did the same thing, right? Yeah. Oh, we were both in the same boat, and I.
That's why I know that that happened.
No, me too. And I saw it, and I thought, you know what I thought? I thought, I've missed a really long injury. Then I realised they actually couldn't add 50 minutes onto a 45-minute half. No. Lamine. Good from Lamine. Lewandowski.
That's
brilliant.
a nice one.
Rafinha shoots.
Lamine!
That's Lamine! Oh my God.
How did we miss that?
First Lewandowski,
then
Lamine.
Oh, and is it a corner? Because, I mean, this is the only reasonable explanation.
I don't think that is a corner. I think he
misses
misses
that. I don't think so.
First save was brilliant from Ramsdale. I thought it was a certain goal for Lewandowski. And then when it fell to Lamine, I thought, well, if we didn't score the first, we're definitely going to score the second. This was, by the way, this link up between these three. Oh, brilliant.
Brilliant turn by Lewandowski. Feeds Rafinha. Ramsdale can't catch the shot, and Lamine sends it skying over. Lewandowski couldn't get out of underneath his feet. Oh, Lamine.
Wow, eh? I mean, it's on his right foot, obviously. He just gets right under. He doesn't catch that right at all, does he, Lamine Yamal?
No.
Gets right underneath it. I said 2-2 at half-time. I think I'm going to somehow get away with that. It shouldn't have been 2-2. Barca had good chances. The Lewandowski one earlier, that one just there. I mean, there's 3 chances in that one, isn't there, really? The first Rafinha shot, which he arrowed into the corner. Good save. Yeah. Lewandowski misses it, but easily could have got it and scored it. And then Lamine with the most gilt-edged of chances, wasn't he, with that miss. Lamine has been fouled on that occasion. Free kick Barca.
Let's get it forward. Oh, what a game.
Yeah, it's been good fun, I suppose. I mean, you can't complain. You can't say it's not been good fun.
I know.
Neutrals will be enjoying it. Us Barca fans will start to be thinking, we don't really want to be missing too many of those, do we? Not at the end of the first half.
I hope that with the halftime talk, Hansi Flick can manage to somehow calm this game down, while Barca managed to keep producing up high in the attacking possessions.
Yeah.
Keep managing to create chances, but...
Oh, what a ball by Lamine. Fermin!
Hey, penalty!
Is that not a penalty on Rafinha?
Penalty! Come on!
Oh, he's given a throw-in.
How is that not a penalty?
Trippier is saying, no way, Rafinha can't believe it. Looked like a tap-in, didn't it, in the middle?
Look at it.
This is going to be half-time, if not... Oh, they're going to give that.
They're going to have to give that.
Surely, Robert.
They're going to have to give that.
Trippier knew, by the way, he was in big trouble. He was in big trouble all the way. He knew Rafinha had a tap-in.
I mean, why would Rafinha go down when he had all the advantage in the world?
He was going to get that as well, by the way. What an end to the first half here. So now we wait patiently. Is that going to be given?
Oh, that's a clear pen.
They have to give that. He holds it.
He holds him back.
They have to give that.
Yeah, that's going to be a pen.
Robert, my question is that a red, or am I being ridiculous there? Do you know what I mean? He's going to check it.
Yeah.
He's going to check it. Yeah.
VAR's intervening.
My initial thought is no, but I'm just thinking, is that not denial of a clear goal scoring opportunity? Is that not textbook of the law? Because he's got a tap in on the goal line, and he's just... Big call to make, I would say. Big call to make for the referee. Because this is a tap in for Rafinha.
He's been clearly tugged.
He was going to get it as well, you could tell.
He was there. He was in ahead. He was in ahead.
Lovely Barca move, by the way. The ball from Lamine Yamal. Wow, to Fermin.
Excellent.
Referee's furious, by the way. He's telling players to back off. Yellow card to someone on the Newcastle bench.
Clear pen. Come on.
We wait patiently, don't we? My God. Nearly 5 minutes of added time being played. Here we go. Decision from the referee is penalty. As you'd expect. And what card's going to come out here? It's a yellow card. Well, Kubarsi's asking the question.
Who takes it?
Minutes ago.
Who takes it?
For me, it has to be Rafinha.
Lamine took it in Newcastle. Rafinha took the two at the weekend, but Rafinha, Lamine was not on the pitch.
Yeah, of course, Robert. Yeah. I personally am a big fan of Rafinha taking penalties.
Come on.
Oh, I don't know who's going to take this. Is that not a denial anyway?
There was a while back that penalty and expulsion stopped existing.
Yes. The double jeopardy.
Exactly.
I'm aware of that. I just.
I think it might be Lamine because the one holding the ball right now is Rafinha.
Okay, yeah.
But then
Often the way it works, isn't
exactly
it?
the there's one player who holds the ball to take the pressure off of the taker.
Yeah.
You take the pressure off of the taker.
Yep.
Okay.
Ramsdale's
Right, well.
strapping up his gloves.
There we go.
Exactly what you said is about to happen.
Rafinha hands it to Lamine.
Here we go, people.
Hansi Flick is not going to watch this. He was asked yesterday in the press conference. He says he's not going to look if there's a penalty. I can barely watch.
Spence last week did a Hansi Flick. He couldn't watch. That was 97th minute. This is in the dying embers of the first half for Barca to put them 3-2 up here at home to Newcastle. What a half it's been. We had 4 goals already. Can we have 5? Lamine versus Ramsdale. Up steps the number 10. Same scenario as 1 week ago. Lamine!
Lamine!
Barca 3, Newcastle 2. Lamine Yamal crowns himself at the Spotify Cup Nou, and Barca have 3 before half-time. What a crazy half of football. We've nearly played 7 minutes of added time. Barca 3, Newcastle 0. He's done it again, Lamine Yamal.
There we go. 5 goals in 8 matches. Lamine Yamal gets it done for Barca. Pablo Wolves before half-time.
Hey.
Hey.
He's Yamal, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. You got a problem, got a number you can call, y'all. Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. He about to win the brawl, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. He's Yamal, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. You got a problem, got a number you can call, y'all. Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. He about to win the brawl, y'all. Lamine
Yamal, y'all. There we go. Lamine Yamal.
Did you thought that was being saved? I thought
Ramsdale got a touch on it.
I thought he had that, Robert. I thought he had that, I must say. And I think, by the way, that might well be half-time here between Barca and Newcastle.
Should well be.
What a half of football we've had here. Drama all around. Barca, for now, have the lead dramatically so. With the chances we've had at the end of that first half, you'd say that's probably deservedly so. But at half-time, it does indeed end here. Barca 3, Newcastle 2. All the action coming up in the second half after Rafinha and Yamal have scored for Barca. Elanga's got the 2 for Newcastle. Half-time, Barca 3, Newcastle 2.
My goodness, Pablo. I'm exhausted.
Got your breath back, got your thoughts back. What an unbelievably wild half of football. Everyone in the live chat, how are you feeling? Let us know how you're feeling right now because a lot of emotions there. And how about that for an outfit for Koundé, by the way, as he strolls through
What
the
is going on there?
It's all happening here.
Wow.
Emotions, feelings, thoughts, wow.
Barca fans, football fans, wow. What? How about that for a first half of Champions League football? Excitement, back and forth, changes in narrative. What a script and what a dream end to that first half by Barca, who had created the chances. It was almost unfair that we didn't go into half-time ahead in this game after the chances missed by Lewandowski, by Lamine Yamal previously, and the nature of the penalty. Absolutely exquisite pass through by Lamine Yamal outside of the boot. Great run by Fermin, who sets it up for Rafinha. It was a tap-in. Trippier tugged him from behind. Clear pen. And Lamine Yamal delivers once again from the penalty spot in a tight situation. He had the Lonsis to deliver.
He did.
And hey, 3-2 ahead, but Newcastle have proven not once but twice that we cannot. We have not put this game to bed yet, and that we cannot relax, and that we need to keep going.
I love some of the comments. It's Piano. I'm so hyped and optimistic. Gloria, who's in Perth, I believe. I've already drank all my water. It's only
so have I.
It's only 2:40 am. We're going through it here. We really are. Que partidazo, muchos goles, says Peter Malaguita. I'm stressed, says Patrick Mayer. I mean, yeah, what you would say is great watch, loads of fun. We've enjoyed ourselves. Hansi Flick coaching perspective
has probably not enjoyed himself.
Might all be thinking, I'm not quite sure that's the way this game. I thought this game was going to go. Neither did I. I didn't think it was going to be a very high-scoring game for both teams. I thought we were going to have probably even a bit more the ball than we have had. It's been quite even possession-wise. Look at that, 55, 40, 45 or so. It's actually quite even. It really is.
And until the final minutes of the first half, the shots statistic was fairly even as well. Then Barca did create that, as I mentioned, Lewandowski opportunity, the shot from outside the box for Lewandowski, which was in open space as well. Then the Lamine Yamal chance, which came off of a Rafinha shot saved by Ramsdale, the penalty. So Barca have upped those numbers in that final stretch of the first half.
Yeah, that would be a positive. Hansi Flick will be thinking more of the same, more of that. Can we push on from there? Can we keep generating those chances, keep pinning Newcastle in? But in terms of the game as a whole, he'll probably be thinking, Newcastle got in a few too many times for my liking. Can he tweak that? We'll have to wait and see. I think he'll try and get this Barca team to finally get that 2-goal lead that we've been missing in the first half. It's always been we score, you score. Yeah. Barca need to get the next goal now. They really do. It's been some great football to watch. There really has been. Newcastle, what you would say, they're not camped in their own half. They are open as well. There are spaces, there are chances of Barca. It's not one of those games, and it's actually making it very watchable. Credit to them, they aren't coming here to sit in. They've caused problems. Question for Barca is, can we just tighten a few things up? I think.
English group chat update, Pablo.
Go on, hit me.
I said at one stage of this first half, I said this game is silly, and one of my mates over in England said, my kind of silly. It's a great watch for football fans. So now Barca needs. I think. Barca will benefit from a good halftime talk by Hansi Flick. Barca need to tighten things up at the back a little bit.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, just on that comment that you're making there, I think there has been a little bit of criticism that modern football, the way it's obviously there's such an emphasis on things having to be tactically perfect, especially English football. There's a lot of emphasis on 0-0s, clean sheets, defensively being solid. It is refreshing to watch a game of football like this. This is how it should be, and we're seeing it now. I said that. Credit Newcastle. They've been more than open themselves, and they've been really going for this too. And for Barca as well, we always play like this. We always do, and that's been really great fun to watch. It certainly has been, and we expect a lot more in the second half to come.
Davy says we've got to go wild in the first 10 minutes of the second half. Expo, any word on Eric? We'll try and find out. Let's ask. Let's maybe ask Llorens and see. I'll ask him now while you take care of the chat.
Yeah.
Davy says Eric walked off on his own. Might just be precautionary. That's our hope.
Yeah. We thought the same thing. But the fact they did whisk him off immediately, maybe they were thinking, let's try him today. And he felt something. They thought, that's it. No more.
Elmir Day says we need an early goal in the second half. Fully agree. Let's see if we can have what happened against Sevilla. Gloria says, I am shouting in silence all game because it's 2:42 a.m.
I love the little time updates. We've gone from 2:40, 2:42.
Yeah, where are you watching us from, Gloria? And there we go. It's half time.
It is
3-2 at Spotify Camp Nou. My voice, Pablo, needs a rest.
Yeah, take a rest.
And you are going to keep the audience entertained via my laptop. So we're going to switch positions here, Pablo. Shall I just set it up for you?
Go for it. We got a little switcheroo going on here at halftime. I know we often leave you with a little video at halftime. I'm actually going to stay with you.
Right, that's it.
The Quizmaster. Yes, correct. That's it. The Quizmaster. Remember when I used to do these, Robert? Up the screen at halftime.
Yep.
We're going to run things back a little bit. I'm going to take you through a quiz. Robert, feel free to take a break.
Shall I fill up your
go for it, your
please. Barca mug?
Please, go for it. Yeah.
I'm going to take a quick rest, and you can...
rest your voice.
Yes.
Rest your voice, please,
It needs the rest.
Rest your voice, and take my mug. That'll be lovely of you.
I'll
Thank you. Right, guys, I'm going to switch positions here. I'm back. Right, people. Who wants to sit with me? Maybe Flick wants to come and sit with me for the quiz, actually. There you go, Hansi. Right, halftime quiz is coming up here then, guys. And we've had it in a video format. We've got it in a different format today. My first question for you is this. Let me get it up on the screens for you right now. There you go. You can see it on your screens. It is indeed... Let me get it on. Question number 1. Are we ready, culers? Which of these players hasn't played for both of these two clubs? Think back. Jog your memories a little bit, maybe. Which of these players hasn't played for both clubs? Marc Overmars. We know he's got Premier League experience. Did he play at Barca? You have to find that out. Luke de Jong and Patrick Kluivert. 3 options. Let us know. Barcelona Camel says, hello, Pablo. Hello. Hi, Pablo. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? Welcome to the show. I'm not sure I've seen you today. Yeah, Matt Columbus, I'm doing it live. Here we go. Oh, it's better with you guys doing the quizzes. Well, we've given the fans what they want then. But what is the correct answer for number 1? That's my question, guys. That's the question I want to ask you all here. Because it's not easy. It's not easy, this one. Matt Columbus says 1 over Mars. Pelita Malita says 3. 3, which would, of course, be Kluivert. I'll wait for a few more answers. I'll wait for one more answer, then I'm telling you the answer for this one. Alia says 1. I can tell you the answer is indeed number 1, Mark Overmars. Pelita Malita, lo siento, I'm sorry, it wasn't Kluivert, it was number 1. It was indeed Mark Overmars. Didn't play. Luke de Jong did play, and of course, Kluivert did too. Question number 2, let's get straight through. This is a good one. Who were the last English team that Barça faced in the round of 16 of the Champions League? Manchester United, Chelsea, or Liverpool? Round of 16, remember, guys, and in the Champions League. I'm not talking Europa League, and I'm talking this round of the competition. Not in general, just this round. Who is it? Man United, Chelsea, or Liverpool? Let us know. Yeah, Pelita Malita, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was no jugaron, who didn't play. Apologies. It was indeed who didn't play, you know, for these two clubs. Well done, by the way, to Patrick Mayer. You got it right. Gloria Tundex, unfortunately not. Davi, unfortunately not either. Daniel says Chelsea. Tundex says Liverpool. I can tell you right now, guys, the answer is Chelsea. Chelsea is the answer. Alia, well done. Matt Lumbis, well done. Davi says round of 16, Man United. No, it wasn't to be. 17-18 season this was, guys. The last time we faced an English team in the round of 16. And it was indeed Chelsea. So there you go. Gloria, you went 3 on that one. So no, it wasn't quite Liverpool. They came at another stage. Here we go then. We've said round of 16. How about in the Champions League as a whole? Who were the last English team that Barça faced in a Champions League knockout game? So we're talking semi-finals here. We're talking quarter-finals. Round of 16. In general, I'm open. In general here, guys. I'm not just asking for one round. Who were the last English team that Barça faced in a Champions League knockout game? In total. Doesn't have to be any specific round. In total. Alia says, yep, 1-1 Chelsea. Yep, correct. That's indeed right. Tundex says 1 Liverpool. It's Piano Guy says 1 Liverpool. Matt Columbus says 1 Liverpool. You're too good, guys. You're too good. Well done, everyone. Liverpool it was. And it was that game we're saying. That was the last game against an English team in the Champions League knockout stages. It was also, guys, the very last game with fans. There was a knockout game at the Spotify Camp Nou. Pretty crazy, right? There you go. Good stat for you all. Question number 4. We're flying through it. The questions don't stop. Yeah, Alia, right. 18-19 season. Feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it? How time flies. This is a good one, by the way. This is a good one that I was told by some of my colleagues before the game. How many times did Barça qualify for the Champions League quarterfinals? A feat we're trying to do today, of course. Between 2007 and 2020. 8 times. Pretty good return. 10 times a good return also. Or 13 times. Remember, if the answer's 13, that would mean we got through it every year. So think about this. What is the answer? I think this is one is where I'm going to catch you out. Tundex, you're saying 15. That's not any of the answers, unfortunately, my friend. We are the best. Galatasaray says 10 times. It's Piano Guy also says 10 times. Denit Sukevska says 10. 2, 10, 10, 10, 10. Everyone says 2. That says 2. You're not, well, you're going to like this answer, guys. A big no for you. A lot of people got that wrong. 13 times. You know what that means, by the way? That Barça qualified for the quarterfinals of the Champions League on 13 straight occasions. What a brilliant stat that is. And I don't think that anyone got that right. No one got that right. No one got that right. So I don't want to say any of you saying that you got 5 out of 5. This is a good one then. Final one. Who was the last Barça player to have scored a hat-trick in this round of the Champions League? Arda Turan is an option. Neymar is an option. And Leo Messi is an option. Robert's coming back in, by the way. Thank you for the water. I'll get up in a minute. Robert, last Barca player to have scored a hat-trick in this round of the Champions League. So not in general, not group stage.
How the chat been doing, by the way?
They were doing very well up until the last question when I asked how many times did we qualify for the quarters between 2007 and 2020.
By the way, I very rudely took Hansi Flick's. Anyway, sorry, Hansi. He's got a speech to deliver at half.
He does, yeah.
Okay.
So they're doing okay, but no one got that question right. No one got 13.
Okay. No 5 out of 5 today.
No, it shouldn't be.
Who was the last Barca player to have scored a hat-trick in this round of the Champions League, which is the round of 16?
Dennis is saying 2, but Benita says 2.
I'm going off at the top of my head.
3s.
Messi against Bayer Leverkusen 2012. He scored a hat-trick and he scored a poker and then he scored 5.
Yeah. Robert, you're the magic man. You're the man with the answers. You're spot
Bingo
on, mate.
bango.
You're spot on, mate. Barcelona Camos is Arda Turan, who did score a Champions League hat-trick against Gladbach, but that wasn't the one we were looking for. So there you go. Arda Turan is the man.
Shall I take over, Pablo? Because I see the Newcastle players making their way back to the pitch. So you go and take a quick break. I'm going to go back into my position. Very organic, this. Left. Oh, hang on. Wrong set. Here we go. Right, there's that quiz that Pablo gave you. Let's get the lineup back on our screens and let's talk a little bit about how that first half went as Rafinha heads back out of the tunnel. 3-2 at halftime. Those are the stats. 56% possession, 44 for Newcastle. Barca 9 shots, 5 on target. Newcastle 4, 3 on target, and a few of those Barca shots and attempts came late in the first half. The Lewandowski opportunity, the shot from outside of the box, then that triple chance, Rafinha, Levy, Lamine, which ends up with a ball going high over the crossbar. And then, of course, the penalty. I mean, I'm going to need Pablo back in a second because the players are making their way down the tunnel. And I still haven't asked you, live chat, who was the best player of the first half. Let me see if I can type up that question. I'll read some of your comments as well. Alia says Arda scored a hat-trick versus Borussia Mönchengladbach in 2016. Was it a hat-trick or did he score 2? I can't remember now. No, I think it was a hat-trick, as a matter of fact. Yeah. Right, well, the Newcastle players are heading back on to the pitch. So, the second half about to start, and Pablo Bulls is going to come back into the studio. Pablo, I didn't even have time to ask the audience who the best player in the first half was. I won't type it up on the screen. I'll just ask you, who did you think it was? I really liked Fermin's first half.
Yeah, Fermin was good. Rafinha was good also, I thought. Both were very good.
Shall we go back to game commentary, Pablo?
Let's do it. Let's go to game commentary with the second half. Here we go. Barca players back out of the tunnel for the second half here between Barca and Newcastle. 3-2 at the interval. What a brilliant half of football we've had. Right, we were just discussing their best player in the first half, who we think maybe stood out for Barca. I agree. I think Fermin's got to be up there for me. Rafinha probably. Maybe between those two, I think defensively we've been a little bit leaky, so I'm probably not looking back there too much. But those two have been very good. And Lamine came alive as well at the end of the first half.
Substitution for Newcastle. Livramento's come on for Trippier.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, is it Trippier? Is that confirmed? Yeah, okay, there you go. So Livramento on, Trippier off. He got booked, of course, didn't he, for the
penalty?
Yeah, for the penalty in that first half. So there you go.
Barca have made one substitution, of course. Araujo came on for Eric. We'll let you know if we get any updates on Eric's condition. And let me start the clock when the second half starts. That is right now.
Back on the way for the second half then. There's Joan Garcia in possession of the ball for Barca. Will it be a different second half to the first then? That's the question, isn't it? For Barca and all Barca fans. Are we gonna be a little bit less stressed even? Is it going to be a little bit less chaotic. By the way, I was just speaking to our editor Mario. He said this is going to extra time.
Oh, well, yeah, Mario's not known for his optimism.
No,
though.
he isn't. No.
No.
Piano Guy says, let's go, buckle up, people. Yeah, that's a good sentiment, I'd say, to start this second half.
Right, let me type up a question for you.
I like it. There's Araujo's overthrow in here early on for Barca. Pedri comes to receive it. I'd like to see a bit more of Pedri maybe as well in the second half. It's been quite a free-flowing game, back and forth. Midfield's almost been bypassed at times. I'd say the same for the Newcastle midfielders. Jacob Ramsey not really had much of the ball either in Newcastle black and white. Yeah, Piano Guy says maybe 5-2. Who knows? It could be another 5-2. We've seen a lot of them in recent weeks. That's nice from Araujo. And he could open things up a bit here with Pedri. Straight up to Rafinha. This is open again like it was in the first half. He was fouled, surely.
No.
He didn't complain, to be fair. Cancelo. Pedri. Wide now for Fermin. Cancelo made the run. Fermin crosses easily away by Tio.
Early goal would be key. Good press by Bernal. Question, live chat. Question, Pablo Balls. Who would you like to... Hey, that's not the one.
Okay.
That's not the one. Sorry.
I'll tell you what also, I was just going to say, what I want more than anything is for us to just get a 2-goal margin.
That's the one. Who would you like to see in the second half? Rashford, Olmo, Ferran.
Good options, by the way.
I mean, Danny Olmo's been playing very well as of late.
Yeah. I think people were surprised when Olmo didn't play tonight.
Yeah.
You think he's been vindicated, Flick, in his selection of Fermin. I would say that much. He's been good. He's been energetic, lively. Got the assist, obviously, for the first goal. He's, of course, pretty much... he almost won that penalty with a pass across the box. Of course he did, which was very good. Who would I like to see? I would say that...
Look, I would like to see both Lewandowski and Ferran break their bad streaks at the moment. We've seen Levy have chances and not being able to materialise in the first half. I'd like to see him score, come off, then Ferran come on and score as well.
I'd like to see Ferran, actually. I'll tell you what, I'd love all three. I think all three we will see as well. And Rashford, we know, has got a good record against Newcastle, of course, with United beforehand, and then with
Barca.
Yeah, with the 2 goals he got, of course, at St James's Park in September. But I want to see Ferran. I think also with the space that's being afforded to Barca, this could be his sort of night. And he hasn't been on his hottest form, which he was earlier on this season. Got a lot of goals already so far this campaign. We just need that back, don't we? So I'm going to go for Ferran. Dennis went for Rashford.
Either way. Oh, I've got a stat for you.
Go on. I'm all ears.
I'll put it on our screens right now, Pablito. Where are we?
Nice from Lamine Yamal. Nice touch off to Pedri. Araujo's motoring away.
There we go.
Fermin's away too. Takes it in his stride just about well enough. Tonali's tracking him. Fermin. Araujo bombing on to Rafinha. Shoots. Ramsdale saves and poked away.
Another good chance here. Okay, here we go. Keep going.
Pedri. Marc Bernal. Back to Pedri. Can we find Lamine? Oh, thought about it, didn't he? Lamine Yamal then. Standing up. Harvey Barnes. This is where he likes it. The Barca 18-year-old. Still Lamine.
Oh,
one way
Lamine.
than the other. It's still Lamine. Rafinha's in. Livramento. Good defending. Really important defending. I thought that was going to fall right onto Rafinha's head. Pau Cubarsí wins it back. Better from Barca at the start of the second half. Cancelo, Lewandowski, ominous for Newcastle. Rafinha, and he missed his shot.
Rafinha went full header motion there. Like he was ready, but Livramento got it away from him. Good start for the second half of Barca. And the stat was 56,662 culés today at Spotify Camp Nou. So good attendance.
Is that higher than Sevilla?
Slightly higher, I believe.
Yeah, okay.
I can check right now.
It was similar, wasn't it, for Sevilla? It was 56,000 again, I think.
Let me see. I think it's in the...
Similar numbers, but it's nice, isn't it? The boost we're getting. Just well over 10,000 more in the end. Or so, more than we were having, of course, when we had didn't have the 1C license approved. So there you go. Slowly filling up the ground.
Slightly higher because on Sunday the attendance was 56,483.
There you go. So that's our highest attendance of the season then, right?
It is. Stats from Murenz. 120 goals this season already.
120?
Goals this season already. 294 goals under Hansi Flick. There you go.
So that's going to be 300 very soon, by the way, then, people.
It is.
Something to celebrate.
I mean, it could happen like within the next 2 games.
Yeah, it very well could, yeah. Imagine if we get it before the international break, Robert. We've got this and Rayo. Can we get 6 goals between them?
I mean, I feel like Barca are going to have chances in this game.
You would imagine so. I'll tell you what, I will say, from the opposition, Lewis Hall's been very good for me. I've been impressed with him. Quick feet going forward, good defensively. He's a tricky little player. It's Gerard Martin. Now Cancelo. Back to Gerard Martin. Barca looking for the opening here. And he finds it there, Gerard Martin.
Oh, that's a brilliant ball.
Barca.
Go,
Cut
Fermin.
Newcastle open. Fermin's in.
There it is!
Oh, what a beautifully worked goal that was from Barca.
Beautiful.
They've made it 4-2 against Newcastle. We do have a 2-goal advantage. Credit Gerard Martin. Rafinha, glorious. Fermin, ice cool. And Barca are leading by 4-2.
There it is. Fermin with Barca's 4th. It's a beautiful ball through by Gerard Martin. Skipping lines. Rafinha first touch plays Fermin on. And the attacking midfielder knows how to finish. Nicely finished in front of Ramsdale. They are checking for offside. Let's see here.
Don't think it was in line.
Great Gerard Martin find. No, that cannot ever be an offside.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Talk about carving Newcastle open. I must say, I don't think they'll be too happy with the composition of their back line. Not away from home at the Spotify Camp Nou. But credit to Barca. Massive credit to Gerard Martin. Delayed his pass. And Fermin Lopez just keeps impressing, doesn't he? Barca's top scorer in the Champions League.
There we go,
is
yeah.
That man. Is that 6 goals now, Robert, this
6
year?
goals for Fermin this season in the Champions League.
As cool as you like in front of goal, he kisses the badge. And Barca now well and truly in control of this one. Fans enjoyed that one. And the attacking possibilities this team has are simply scary, aren't they, for teams to come here and play against. It's a very difficult place to come and not ship goals.
The goal was confirmed, by the way. And look, to Gerard Martin, who's been reconverted to centre-back from left-back this season. Hang on, I'll continue my point later because Fermin goes.
Everywhere, Robert. He won't stop. Tonali got in. Corner.
I'll just finish very quickly. To Gerard Martin, who's been shifted into a different position and is playing high-pressure games, high-quality games. For that pass he played to Rafinha, I go,
yeah,
bravo.
Yeah.
Bravo to Rafinha and Fermin as well also. But
Yeah. Superb from Gerard Martin. Newcastle wanted a foul there from Fermin's ball through, who is quickly making himself a big shout for MVP tonight, I'd say, Robert. He really is. And that might be Tonali's night done as well, you know.
Is he got? Is he hurt his shoulder?
I'm not sure if he might well have done, you know, he on the fall. Voltemade is warming up. And those Newcastle fans have had a bit of a strike of reality here, haven't they? Barca just too quick at the start of the second half.
The Ferminator makes it 4, says Barca's X channel.
Yeah, we're still counting. 295, Robert. Goals on the flick.
2-9. Oh yeah, we're still counting. Yeah.
And tonight he doesn't look in a good way here, by the way. Just wonder if Newcastle will throw Voltemade on and just go a little bit more attacking here now that they are 2 goals down. They'll need to get the next goal in the tie. And no, they're not. That might be Joe Willock who's going to come on yet.
By the way, Gerard Maldini, assist to Bernal in the second goal.
Yeah.
Semi-assist in this goal, let's say.
He loves a Champions League tie. But look at this.
Look at that.
This is just good Barca centre-back play, though. This is clever, you know.
It's press on Cubarsí, press on Pedri, saying, hey, Gerard Martin, you're going to have to do it yourself. Gamble by Newcastle, Gerard Martin delivered.
That's just clever from him, though. It really is. You've got to be cool and have the presence of mind, you know, and he did so. Really, really good. And I want to give credit for Fermin as well, because his movement initially was what made that ball up to Rafinha possible. He opened up that space. Flick almost couldn't believe it, I don't think. Barca not used to maybe playing against teams that open in La Liga. Willock on, Tonali off, so Newcastle have been forced into a change here quite... I think you might well be right.
You don't want to see that. the best players go off due to injury? You don't want to say that.
A big loss for Newcastle, by the way, tonight. For me, one of their best players tonight. Rafinha's corner. Lewandowski! Barca have a foot and a half in the quarterfinals.
Finally!
He always scores. He's done it again, the Pole. It's Barca 5, Newcastle 2. We're starting to run away with things now. It's a party at the Spotify Camp Nou.
There we go. Barca 5, Newcastle 4. Lewandowski delivers in a high-pressure game. Finally, Robert Lewandowski scores. Hansi Flick said it yesterday. Players like Lewandowski and Ferran, maybe when they break their bad streaks, is in high-quality games, in high-stake games, and that is what just happened. Third goal for Lewandowski in the Champions League.
We've had one, Ralph, haven't we?
Let's do the other.
We pop the net like Lewandowski.
Dovski.
Marcaria dentro un bosque.
Bosque.
El balone che lo enrosque.
Rosque.
Pop the net like Lewandowski.
Dovski. There you go. Barca 5, Newcastle 4. At the far post, Lewandowski heads it in.
Gloria, I want to shout so much, but I'm doing it in silence. We're doing the shouting for you. He takes off the mask as he scores. Look at the Spotify Camp Nou, Robert. Everyone on their feet. It's a party atmosphere now. Newcastle stunned. 3-goal advantage here for Barca. Well, it looks like we might well be reaching 300 goals under Hansi Flick very soon. They just keep on counting. As well now, the game exactly where we want it. Exactly where Barca want it. Another good ball up. Newcastle too exposed, really. That one is going to trickle through to Ramsdale. Whew.
Spotify Camp Nou is bouncing. We are bouncing. And Robert Lewandowski has returned to his scoring ways. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Levy.
Ooh, Gianna Martino defending through there. Kubarsi did it. Oh, my goodness.
Juan.
Garcia clears it just.
I say, by the way, keep going.
Hey!
No foul.
You're still giving that. Wow. Oh, surely that... Oh. Anyway, Newcastle have got the ball. Barnes pulls in. They must check that surely. Careful here. Great defending. Bernal slid in, blocked it. Barca clear.
I mean, I say keep going because...
We're
loving it. And, I mean, Newcastle are still going for
Barnes.
it. Kubarsi.
Keeps on doing it, doesn't he, Kubarsi?
This game is exhausting.
It is, yeah. And were you going to say Newcastle can't cope with it? Or...
No, Newcastle are going to just keep going.
Yeah. Juventus still counting, by the way.
296, is it? Oh, my goodness. My goodness. Camp Nou bouncing. Un día de partit. I'm going to type out the question, Pablo.
Yeah, so many great stats flying in tonight, I will say. Barca, of course, playing for that place in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. There are the Barca fans certainly enjoying themselves, and why wouldn't they? One of those special nights. We thought it might be on our return here in the Champions League and in a knockout game. And last 50 minutes, Robert, that means the first 15 of the second half. 75% of the ball for Barca. 4 attempts, 4 on target, 0 for Newcastle, and 25% of the ball. Just some great stats that really tell you everything you need to know about how this is going. Newcastle shell-shocked, Barca rampant, really showing their dominance in Europe here. And Pedri is glorious, and he's going to draw a foul off of Willock there, who has been booked.
Okay, so question for you, live chat. Let me get it on the screen. I mean, there's been 5 goals, 5 different scorers, so I can't get them all in one question. Which has been your favourite goal of the game so far, guys? I mean, because the Rafinha goal is also a great option. I really like that one as well. But Spotify Camp Nou Bernal is just one of my favourite things of this season. The Fermin goal, very timely, and I liked the build-up to it. And Lewandowski breaking his streak is probably my favourite thing of this game.
Yeah.
And you saw in the celebration how much he needed it, by the way.
Yeah, you could. This is a tough one for me, Roy. Wow. Why do I weirdly love the Lewandowski one?
So do I.
The bullet header, set piece against Newcastle. I think the fact that... Oh, sorry. I've just knocked the water off Robert's hand. It's all happening here.
Wait a minute, Pablo. Yep.
See, no?
Yellow card.
Other
Other way around, but yeah.
Swap seats again. The fact that it came straight after our fourth as well, it felt quite party, like it felt instant.
Oh,
and
here we go! Go, Lever! Go,
Lewandowski! Yes! It's a Barca party at the Spotify Camp Nou. He's got another one. Barca have 6. They're running riot. It's one of those great Champions League nights for the Catalans under Hansi Flick. We've only played an hour of football. Get off your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Have that.
Well, we said Barca need a halftime talk. Hansi Flick needs to tighten things up. I don't know what he said. It's definitely worked. 3 goals in 15 minutes. Robert Lewandowski delivers twice. My goodness. And the calm composure he had here, and it comes off of a beautiful turn by Lamine Yamal. How he gets away there from Dan Burn. My goodness.
Ah, brilliant from Barca. To yours, I'll tell you what, he's got his legs in a round mix-up all night. But Lewandowski, what you would say, Robert, is a finish he's made his whole career. You just knew he was going to score, didn't you, once he delayed himself? No one ever doubted it. Look at it, he thinks, no, I'll wait. Sit Ramsdale down, have that. Barca 6, Newcastle 2.
Should we do it again?
Do it.
We pop the net like Lewandowski.
Dovski.
Marcaría dentro un bosque.
Bosque.
El balón que lo enrosque.
Rosque.
We pop the net like Lewandowski.
Dovski. There you go.
And by the way, Robert, talking about Barca greats, he's levelled Stoichkov now in the list of all-time scorers for the club. He was 1 away.
Oh, mind-blowing. This is madness. Absolutely mad.
297 goals, by the way, now.
297.
Unbelievable. We've scored 6 in an hour. And this game, Robert, is averaging, what, a goal every 7 minutes or so? Goal every... Yeah. It is a truly great watch. It really is. Lewandowski's been fouled here by Joelinton. He's been tripped up.
This is mad.
It is all happening. Yeah, a little bit cynical. He has been booked as well, of course, Joelinton. Not a great tackle. And Eddie Howe's going to try and just tighten things up a bit. I think I may have just saw Botman saying that they're going to go to a back 5 here, Robert, Newcastle. I think Howe has seen enough.
Stop the hemorrhage.
Yeah, I think so. And it makes sense because Newcastle have had a feeling about them tonight as if they could ship about 7 or 8 here.
My goodness.
Alanga and the yellow carded Joelinton are off, so Botman and Murphy are on. There you go. Which, that doesn't mean Newcastle going to a back 5 here, people. Murphy will provide some support as well. Yeah, there you have it. I mean, Newcastle have gone into a shape they would have liked to have ideally gone in if they were leading or drawing in the game. They're doing it 4 goals down here. They're a long, long way away now from the Champions League quarterfinals. And credit Barça, we're going to make a few changes themselves for just taking the game away from Newcastle. 3-2 at half-time and only just with the last kick of the half. It's a long way away now for the Magpies.
But before the sub happens, I have to ask. Will Lewandowski score a hat-trick tonight? Option 1, yes, of course. Option 2, no. Option 3, 2 goals, 1 assist. By the way, Xavi Espart is coming on. Ferran Torres is coming on. And Dani Olmo is coming on.
Yes, I mean, if
the subs are not happening yet.
If he stays on, of course he will. Of course he has to get a hat-trick today, always. But it's harsh on him if he goes off in 1 minute. We've still got a minute to play. Imagine if he scores from this attack.
Barca can score on this attack.
Guarci, Araujo.
What Football Watch was actually asking, Lever hat-trick? I have to ask.
Yeah, there you go.
When a player has 2 goals, I did it at the weekend with Rafinha, and Rafinha scored a hat-trick.
There you go. I think let's look at the Polish fan in the chat as well. Yogi cards, maybe. I'm not sure. Or maybe that's just been lobbed into translate. Anyway.
Oh. Yeah, maybe. It's definitely mentioning a hat-trick.
It is, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Gloria says yes, he will. Triple change, though, coming up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing Ferran's coming on for Lewandowski. But, hey, who knows?
Me too.
Xavi Espart, earning the minutes.
Yeah, I love to see that, Robert. I mean, we've seen it under Flick all throughout his time here. He loves giving opportunities to La Masia players, and Barca in defence, we're more low on numbers. It's a good idea.
Do you think with this result, Cuba is the one who gets the rest and Araujo gets moved into centre-back?
It's not a bad shout at all. Not a bad shout. Rarely will have chances to rest Cuba. See, We could be in again. It's Fermin Lopez.
Go Fermin.
I don't see Lewandowski, but I do see other options. Newcastle, an absolute mess at the back, aren't they?
Yeah.
Even with 5 on now, Robert. Even with 5. Can't seem to get anything right. No, Gerard Martinez who's coming off.
Oh no, Cancelo.
Sorry.
Cancelo. So Martin goes to left back. Lewandowski's coming off.
Yeah.
So off comes the question. The answer was 2. No.
Yeah. Okay. So Cancelo. off.
Hey. But to Lewandowski, to Cancelo, and to Fermin.
Yeah.
And give us your Lewandowski emojis, guys, to celebrate that he has scored again. Lewandowski goes off. I applaud again.
Yeah.
I applaud again.
Superb. Robert, the exact night he wanted, right?
Hansi Flick said it yesterday. Maybe it's in the high-stakes game when Robert Lewandowski breaks the streak. And now let's see if the Shark can do it.
Yeah.
The Shark has come on.
Here he comes. I'll tell you what, if there was a night for him, it would be this one, sure.
It would be this, and there's going to be space, I think.
You'd imagine there's going to be space and chances. I just want us to keep going. I just don't want us to stop. I'm enjoying it too much.
Ferran Torres and Dani Olmo have not come into this game to walk around.
Good. Bernal foul there.
Oh, I have to update the lineup. Sorry.
Of course, yeah. Flick will be so happy. He's got Lewandowski back firing as well. What an important player he is for Barca. Got the big nod tonight, didn't he? And there you go.
Let me just update the lineup, Pablo, because there were 3 changes.
Yeah, of course. And Xavi Esparza, of course, who got his Barca debut only about a week ago. In fact, 6 days ago he got his Barca debut, wasn't it? Wednesday of last week.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, it was Tuesday. In fact.
Tuesday.
This is Rafinha's delivery. Araujo's up there. So just over a week ago it was that he got his Barca debut. He's since then started against Sevilla at the Spotify Camp Nou, and he's going to
Played
get
the full 90 minutes.
Yeah, and again he's going to get a decent 25 minutes here. I wonder what Koundé thinks of him. Just saw Koundé there on the touchlines with Balde, of course. Unfortunately, both of those two out injured right now. Yeah, interesting that Kouassi has stayed on though, isn't it, Robert? I think Hansi Flick just doesn't want to take him out. He doesn't feel secure at the back without him there. You know?
Both him and Gerard Martin. Also, I think there is a thing here that Cancelo is like the only natural fullback. He's only natural first-team fullback he's got. So I think he wants to keep him in bubble wrap.
Yeah, still a vital game, of course, for Barca over the weekend against Rayo to keep up that lead at the top of La Liga. Pedri now. Barca just waiting for those spaces to open up again. Newcastle look down and out, don't they? Shell-shocked. I mean, at 3-2, they were anything but out of this game. We were thinking, we don't want to keep giving them chances. Haven't given them a sniff. Absolutely ran over them here in the second half. Pedri.
Okay, well, several things here. Llorens giving us more stats. 25th brace for Lewandowski as a Barca player.
Wow, that's a great stat. 25th
brace for Lewandowski. There was something else I was going to mention. Careful.
Bad giveaway. Rafinha couldn't find Olmo. Going to come straight back at them though with Pedri, with Rafinha. Go ahead.
No, it's just gone. There was a thought in my head that has just gone. It's escaped. It got away.
Very much like this game.
Oh, here we go.
Newcastle. Ferran's in. Good block. Thiago got down there. Pedri. Xavi Esparza. Barca playing some of their best football of the season in the second half.
Oh,
Lovely
Lamine.
from Lamine. This is Xavi Esparza. It was just too high for Ferran Torres. It's going to fall here to Gerard Martin. Just wonder how far Barca can keep going with this now tonight, don't you? How bad could this get for Newcastle? Pedri. Olmo. What a turn. Good tackle.
I said to Llorens the other day.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm asking.
Livramento bundled over there by Rafinha on this occasion. Eddie Howe will be wondering how this one slips away, but the power, the prowess of Barca going forward. Lots of talk of if this would have been different, of course, without the Lamine Yamal penalty in the first leg. Would have been, of course, wouldn't have been a level playing field. Barca would have been coming from behind, but with the strength that Barca show going forward, well, you don't even know if Newcastle with a 1-goal lead would have been safe here.
Right, there was one thing I wanted to do, which was to ask our live chat to fill the chat with hearts.
Yep, good.
That's one. Blue and red hearts. Ball played through to Rafinha, who won't get there. I have asked Llorens and our group chat here at work if there is precedent for a Dani Olmo. My goodness.
Rafinha.
The turn.
Quite a lot of Newcastle shirts in the box, and Rafinha has to be inch perfect with his delivery.
What encourages me about this game is that Barca, I don't think Barca will let it die down because teammates are going to search for that Ferran goal. He needs it.
Yeah.
There we go. Mario just gave me the answer.
Last time we scored 6.
Last time we scored 6 is this season against Olympiacos in a Champions League game.
It's true.
So that's one. Mario using artificial intelligence to remember that one. I remembered a 7-1 against Celtic in 2016-17.
Yeah.
Is there precedent for a 6-2? I mean, 6-2 is an iconic result in Barca history, of course, or 2-6.
Yeah, can you remember a 6-2?
I can't remember one.
It's an old score, isn't it, to be fair? Yeah, guys, let us know. Like, you get yourselves researching. I know Mario right now will be right on artificial intelligence, by the way.
What's live chat doing? Let's see. Let's check it out. Vizca Bar saying we need blue and red hearts, guys.
Yeah.
You
forgot about them, guys.
Where was blue and red hearts? My goodness, I mean, there's so much going on that I haven't really updated anything in terms of like what.
Terrible giveaway, Robert. Rafinha should score. He does score! You almost have to feel for Newcastle at this point. That is an awful, awful giveaway. Barca have 7. Rafinha scores again. It's just going to be one of those historic nights, isn't it?
Last time that Barca scored 7 in the Champions League, it is probably that Celtic game. My goodness. My goodness, this just got out of hand for Newcastle in the second half. I didn't even see the giveaway. What a night for fans to return to Spotify Camp Nou in a Champions League knockout stage game. 7 goals to 2. This one will go down in history. Rafinha with the goal. Trademark celebration. Give me your Rafinha emojis on the live chat, guys. This is absolute madness. 7-2 in the 72nd minute.
Incredible. What are you doing, Ramsey? What are you doing, Ramsey? Rafinha, easy, cool as you like. I mean, Newcastle aren't helping themselves, are they? You wouldn't say that much, Robert. What a sloppy giveaway. But credit Rafinha. Lovely first touch. Right foot finish, excellent. Barca have 7.
We don't have a Rafinha rap, unfortunately. We don't. But there we go. Celebrate with your goal emojis, with your Rafinha emojis, guys. 7-2. What a dream night. Beautiful. Oh, my goodness.
Well, we do have 7 now.
We do have 7.
Which was the.
And we're at 298, yeah? With Hansi Flick?
Yes. Yeah, we are.
Let me just remind you, Ents.
298 Barca up to.
And I feel obliged to ask.
Oh yes, please, yeah. Well, there's actually 2 questions to ask here, Robert. As will a certain someone get a hat trick?
Yeah, that's the one I'm going with.
Will we hit 300 goals tonight?
Well, yeah, that feels disrespectful almost.
This is Gordon for Newcastle. I mean, he's not had the ball at all, has he? My goodness me.
Does he already have the assist, Rafinha? Right, let's go. Let's think back. First goal he scores, so no assist. Second goal Maldini. He's got
he
the
won the penalty.
No, yeah, and Fermin assist.
Of course, yeah.
The Fermin assist. And the corner that Lewandowski scores
is his.
So 2 goals, 2 assists.
He's got 2 goals and 2 assists already.
Let me quickly update that.
And he's got 2 goals, 2 assists, and a 1 penalty, by the way.
Yep.
Which means he's contributed directly to 5 of Barca's 7 goals this evening. He really has been a sensation under Hansi Flick, and he just keeps producing at a quite remarkable level. Does Barca's Brazilian? Gerard Martin now.
Wow.
Ferran. Lamine.
I still. I mean, you think. At what point do you take the foot off the pedal? I agree with what Pep Guardiola used to say, and I guess still says, is the most respect you can show your opponent is to not take your foot off the pedal,
right,
and just keep going, and keep attacking. I sort of agree with that, and with that said, I'd like a Ferran goal.
Yeah. With that said, you just can't help but want more.
It's Piano Guy also mentions, it would be 2 hat-tricks in a week.
Yeah, that would be an unbelievable stat, by the way. I remember going back now, Robert. I remember Luis Suarez went through a period where he scored 4 goals, and in about 3 days later he scored another 4. I think I remember at the back end of the 2015-16 season. I think at home to Sporting and then away to Depor maybe, and there was a crazy few games like that. And Rafinha should do something similar here, isn't he?
Yeah. I've been trying to show on our screen all the social media updates from the Barca channels.
It's gone away now.
This one has aged very well.
As Livramento comes forward for Newcastle. Murphy, is he onside? Xavi Esparza who's defending either way. He was definitely.
Has it come back on? Is it uploaded? I think this was before the 7th goal.
Get him, that's it. The Barca anthem rings around the Spotify Camp Nou. Seven of Barca's 8 goals in total coming at home. It was always the worry for Newcastle, wasn't it? The second leg away from home, and Ferran could be in. I'm not sure if he was on or offside. Ferran, Ramsdale down low. Still Ferran Torres. Couldn't find Olmo.
Nope.
Might well find
Offside,
Olmo now.
offside.
Does eventually go up Ferran. Would have been tight. Would have been very tight.
Yeah, okay, Mario's just given us a stat that I'm not going to repeat. I'm not going to say that. No. Okay. I mean, if we just quickly go through some stuff here. I'm curious because we've got several great performances in tonight's game. Let's start with Rafinha. 37 touches, 13 successful passes. Oh, and this has not been updated yet. Oh, it has.
No,
it has.
yeah,
It has.
assists,
2 goals, 2 assists, 5 shots, 7 entries into the box. Just another impressive performance. Rafinha, Champions League Rafinha. Amazing.
Yeah, that's what you said in the preview, Robert. He keeps on doing it at this level. Just what a gem of a player for Barca to have. He leads the team through as well, doesn't he? You can tell that. From minute 1, he really does. And his numbers are remarkable. They seriously, I said it there, the 5 goal involvements today if you count the penalty one. And the business again for the Blaugrana.
Let's check these. Robert Lewandowski,
Yeah.
28 touches, 9 successful passes, 4 shots, 2 goals. And he had 2 clear chances that he scuffled in the first chance. But hey, great strikers bounce back. And today, I had a feeling.
Yeah, it would be his night, yeah. And it has been, it certainly has been. Pedri. Oh, thought about it. Then
there we go.
Lamin's in. Should be. Lamin saved.
Lamin.
Denied by Ramsdale. Shocked he didn't score, Robert.
I think he should have taken it first touch.
Yeah.
The extra touch limited the amount of space that he had.
It's a good ball by Gordon, mind you. Barnes. Shoots, and it's easy for Joan Garcia.
There we go.
Looked ominous, didn't it, for an 8th there for Newcastle. This is it again, Robert. I mean,
That extra touch.
Yeah, you'd back him to score 9 times out of 10 there, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, the extra touch actually gets it a bit caught up under his feet.
And it allows Byrne to close in. Ramsdale's on top of him a bit. I did think, is he going to set up Ferran? Yeah, there's a 5th sub that's probably... Oh, Juan's limping.
Oh, no.
No, please.
Please, no.
No, please.
No.
Oh!
No. Joan Garcia there has felt his calf, and
Left calf.
You very rarely see this, don't you? By the way.
Oh.
Well,
Tech getting ready.
Tech is going to come on. I haven't seen him in a while, have we? It's off of that save, is it? Strange.
Is it as he go to... Ah.
He felt it, yeah, he felt it. Oh,
and he goes, wow, 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 wow. He felt something as he went down for that easy save. Substitution. Oh.
And all of a sudden, Robert, it's just the hush around the Spotify Camp Nou and the worry of the faces of those Barca players.
Hansi Flick is telling the players, keep going, keep going, keep going, but oh.
Well, a big loss there for Barca then. I mean, we hope that isn't too serious, but well, as a Gordon's off for Rasula, meanwhile, for Barca and for Joan Garcia, what a massive blow that is. My goodness me. Of course, just one game to go until the international break. So if that is if there's a 3-4 week injury, of course that's good news. You know, we'll have him back relatively soon. But oh dear, we cannot afford that. So Szczesny is on.
I'm slightly encouraged by what one of the physios was telling Hansi Flick, going, no, don't worry. I thought that's what he was saying. But
yeah.
That is a bucket of ice cold water on
an otherwise great night.
Yeah, the two Garcia's gone out injured in this game.
We seriously hope those are nothing serious, don't we? So Tech gets some action for the first time in a while.
Last game was at Celta Vigo.
Oh, wow, yeah.
What happened in that game?
For Tech?
Well, for Barca. Did we win in Vigo?
Yes, yeah.
I mean, I'm very fuzzy on this season. I'm sorry.
4-2 win we won. Yeah. Lewandowski got a hat trick.
Oh yeah. Well, that.
Yeah, we hope, Roberto. We can only hope now, can't we, that both the way Joan Garcia and Eric Garcia went off. I mean, it didn't look terrible, did it? It didn't look too bad. It's sort of the reaction you want, but I mean, you can never be sure, right?
You're just trying to look at the body language here and trying to read lips on the bench. They're all looking and talking to Joan on the bench. He hasn't gone straight to the dressing room, which I guess is a positive.
Yeah, that is a positive. And yeah, of course, that's Tech's first game in a Barca shirt at the Spotify Camp Nou.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I seem to remember, well, we would have, of course, played here with Arsenal, and I actually would have played here.
He did, yeah.
With Roma, with Juventus as well.
With Arsenal, definitely. He plays and gets injured in the 2011 tie against Arsenal, 3-1 to Barca. A great Messi goal when he just thinks it over. Yeah. Almunia, who came on replacing Tech.
This one's just dropped in intensity a little bit. Barca will hope that nothing serious for Joan Garcia. And I agree with you, Robert. The way the physio spoke to Hansi Flick, the way we saw the fact that he's not gone to the dressing room, it is positive. It is positive. We'll have to wait and see what the repercussions of all of this are. As I say, just one Barca game before the international break now. So we hope that nothing too serious for either of those two. Will it? Now Ramsdale.
Good thing is, sorry Pablo, I just switched off for a second because I was asking Mario for something, but careful.
Lamine picks it off of Olmo here. Lamine will go back to Xavi Esparza. Barca right now just retaining possession.
The good thing is that an international break is coming up, so that buys us time.
Yeah, exactly.
Both for Eric and for Joan.
It is, yeah, 100%. It's a good 2 weeks off for Barca. The only worry I'm having, Robert, is you know who our first game after the break is if they're not back for then?
Atletico. And then it's Champions League.
Very possibly against Atletico.
Very possibly, yeah. They have a 5-2 lead.
It's, not really good to think about. Well, I suppose we'll know tomorrow, won't we?
Oh.
Lamine. Back to Pedri here. Pedri. Wide now once more for Xavi Espart. Lamine Yamal is the option inside. Lamine shoots!
Oof, Ramsdale.
Ramsdale got hold of things on the second time of asking.
Elmire says, this ruins everything. Please don't let it be a long injury. Come on. I mean, let's stay positive. I mean...
You gotta love Elmire Days, man. He's always like this.
Yeah, Elmire Days. You need a nice, cool cup of positivity drink before every game. Because you're always a little bit down in your comments. Always a little bit down. We're winning 7-2. We're through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League.
What a guy, man.
Let's celebrate that.
What a guy. Where would we be without Elmire Days, man?
I mean, there are different types of coolists. That is true.
Yeah, there's the Marios, there's the Elmire Days and the Marios.
There's the pessimists, there's the warriors, and then there are those who, like me, like to have fun watching Barca. And even though we were 2-2 at almost half-time before Lamine Yamal scored the penalty, I was fully confident that this team could deliver, and hey, we did.
Pause here, it's going to be a throw in here. They were just checking for a handball, I think, inside the box there. I think I'm right. Are we right in saying that we've never scored 8 in a Champions League game, right?
Ooh.
I think that's what Juventus was telling us. Yeah.
Never scored 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when Tech just dribbling past.
Oh, was he? Oh. Loses it.
Couple of comments. Mark 3RZ says, I always have to Google his name. Chesney. Fair. We work here, so we don't have to do that. But and I haven't even updated the lineup.
Oh,
Sorry.
Get him in. Yeah, of course.
Let's be fair to Tech. Let's see. Just need to change a graphic here and
get Tech in goal.
Off my game here.
I wonder. I tell you what, we were at 7. You were wondering, weren't you? If how many more will Barca get here?
And I was wondering, does Gavi get some playing time?
Oh yeah, of course. We have slightly taken our foot off the gas. I would say that much, by the way.
Well, the Juan thing has sort of taken it out of the team.
Newcastle, by the way, still throwing bodies forward. That's wow. And Araujo took a right old whack there. Off the ball, my goodness.
I love how we've got 2 sheets of goal scorers today.
Of course, yeah. Do you remember one day we'll have 3 sheets? That would take
That would take 11 goals.
Okay, maybe I'm asking for it much.
Araujo, poor Araujo there.
He's taken that pretty well, by the way, whacking the head.
Right, fairness to Szczęsny, he's in the graphic.
Inside the ground now. Of course, they've enjoyed themselves tonight.
We'd scored 8 in the Cup Winners' Cup and in the UEFA Cup.
Bonds over.
The UEFA Cup was in 2003 with Ronaldinho scoring that day. Ronaldinho hat-trick against Matador Puchov. Memorable game. Guys. Let's try and up the mood here. Emojis, give me your Barca flags.
Get some flags in there, people. Wave the Barca flags, which is what a lot of the fans are doing.
The Barca flags, guys. Come on. We're in the Champions League quarterfinals. Those 8,000 of you who are watching, thank you, by the way.
Great turnout, Robert. They've been there right throughout as well.
Very consistently. Yeah.
Hall. Szczęsny saves.
There you go. And he earns his round of applause.
Ooh.
I'm going to go with this one as well. Fill the chat with love Barcas.
Yeah, take your pick then.
With your special Barca emoji. Now, what's happened? Oh, Araujo. Araujo might be concussed here.
Yeah, and you can take 0 chances of that whatsoever, eh?
Hey, we're up 7-2.
Yeah.
Just play with 10.
100%, yeah.
Take him off.
He doesn't look good. He looks a little bit groggy, Araujo.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, when I saw it in lifetime and in the replay, you thought, how was he taking that so well?
No.
He got absolutely walloped from close range. Ball to the face, by the way, guys.
Or just end the game here. I mean,
yeah. I mean, they haven't announced how much added time there's going to be. He's ended it now.
There isn't going to be any added time. There we go.
Credit to the referees. Barca are through to the Champions League quarter-finals. They've beaten Newcastle United 7-2 in the second leg at the Spotify Camp Nou. A pretty historic scoreline overall. Barca will be delighted, won't they? 2 from Rafinha, 2 from Lewandowski. Lamine got himself in the score sheet, as did Fermin Lopez. It was one of those brilliant, brilliant nights for the Blaugrana. It certainly was. Lots to talk about. Bernal scored 2, of course. Almost running out of names. Newcastle absolutely down and out in the second half. Barca will face either Atletico de Madrid or Tottenham in the quarter-finals. We march on with our route to Budapest. Full time here. Barca 7, Newcastle 2.
Well, there you go. We are through to the quarterfinals. Camp Nou, Spotify Camp Nou is buzzing. 2 completely different halves. Barca came out strong in the second half after scoring a late penalty in the first half and got the job done. Newcastle committed a few mistakes in the second half, which allowed Barca to up the number to 7. But important thing is that for a second consecutive year in a row, we are through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League.
Oh, Flick will be so happy with how many goals Barca scored tonight as well, I must say. What a brilliant display from Barca against a good Newcastle team, by the way. I mean, look, they shot themselves in the foot, for me, maybe 2 or 3, 4 too many times. They really did. They were sillily open at times, I think, and in the end really got punished by a very good Barca team going forward. But give massive credit to the Blaugrana. I thought we were excellent. You know, we were attacking, you know, a lot, especially at the start of that second half. We were rampant. We were ruthless in the final third as well. Finishing was very good tonight. We barely missed chances. I can remember the few we missed at the end of the first half. After that, it was just chance after chance and goal after goal. And those Newcastle fans will go home with heavy hearts now, having seen their team ship 7. Barca march on, make a good statement in Europe too. This is a team who were, as I said, on the doors of the final the last time around. And now, look at what it means to the players, well, Robert. We've been waiting for a special night like this, haven't we, in front of our fans, and we've got one.
And they are loving the fact that 1957 supporters crowd or supporters group in the crowd is now at Spotify Camp Nou, that the Gol Nord is open, that the capacity is now at 62,000, and that they've got the full support of Spotify Camp Nou. There they are thanking the fans. Newcastle also thanking their fans. And yeah, a great game, one that we will remember. And I mean, there's a lot to talk about in post-game today. We'll be hearing from the players.
Yeah.
We'll be hearing from Hansi Flick, so stay tuned for more analysis, for more reactions. Pablo and I are going to take a very quick break here, but we'll be back with analysis and reaction. See you in a couple of minutes.
Or maybe we won't. We'll stay here for a
yes,
few more moments.
Can we get the photos, the highlights and reactions, and yeah, there we go. Understood. 7-2 in a night to remember forever in the history books, no doubt. Barca are through to the quarterfinals after what was a memorable game at Spotify Camp Nou, the first game with fans at Spotify Camp Nou in a knockout stage of the Champions League since 2019. And Pablo, I feel like we'll remember this one for a very long time.
Oh, I think so, Robert. This was a really, really good watch, by the way. In terms of games that for 90 minutes pretty much had you on the edge of your seat, this is up there. Only after the Joan Garcia injury, when he went off, did things slow down a bit. Just a great game of football. And I'll say, credit Newcastle. I thought first half was actually relatively even in some ways. I think Barca had a bit more of the ball, a bit more dominance. But, they were getting chances. They were causing us big problems. They scored 2 goals, of course. And, at times we were having to do a lot of defensive work, probably a bit more than we would have thought, So I think in that regard, credit to them. It was a good game, an open game. It's fair to say, though, that last 5 minutes of the first half, Barca started to ramp up a few more chances. We got the penalty. We scored the penalty. Pretty much changed things, didn't it? I've seen the great reaction of the coaching staff when we scored the corner, by the way. Yeah. They loved that, didn't they? And I said it in lifetime to score a corner against a Newcastle team who physically and height-wise are so strong. And then second half, the way we came out for that second half, I have to give a massive amount of credit to the coaching staff and the players, because they clearly said and had a discussion at half-time and saying, let's run riot now. And that's exactly what they did. They were absolutely ruthless. Some excellent goals, some brilliant football to watch. And in the end, Newcastle couldn't deal with us. They really couldn't. They were caught out time and time again. Some silly errors across the back line from the Magpies. I would say that much that didn't help them. But hey, Barca were excellent. We were ruthless. We were dominant. And this was a great night, great fun, great watch.
A lot of storylines in this game, definitely. I'd say a tale of two halves. First half, second half. Though Barca did ramp it up in the at the end of the first half, as you said, Pablo. Newcastle had the answers in the first half. They did not in the second. Barca struck early with the Fermin goal. Great find by Gerard Martin and Rafinha. And from there, it was absolute chaos, but only going in one direction. I think great performance from Barca all around. A couple of mistakes penalised us in that first half, and that can happen in the Champions League. You go up against top quality opponents, and your mistakes will be penalised. But Barca changed something in the second half. I'm eager to listen to Hansi Flick in this post-game show and see what his analysis is. But definitely Barca ultimately got the job done. Great news that Lewandowski gets back on the scoring sheet with a brace, that we've got top Rafinha, a Champions League Rafinha in action, ready for the quarterfinals. That Lamine Yamal, in not the shiniest of performances, gave us moments of great quality. Fermin was amazing as well. The midfield took more control of the game than in the first leg. As I say, a lot to talk about in this game, but ultimately a 7-goal absolute fest at Camp Nou.
Yeah, I mean, for Hansi Flick, he'll probably be thinking a similar sort of tale he was thinking last season, maybe, Robert. How could I tighten things up a little bit defensively? I think Newcastle got through a little bit too easily in the first half. It's the same tale, though. It's almost a lost narrative, because we sort of know this is the way we're going to play. And it does come down to, can you score more than the other team? But as we saw in the last season semi-finals, that can become a risky game to play against top teams. It really can be. And just got to be a little bit careful with that. That's what I would say. We just have to be a bit careful, because even in the first half, it looked like it was going to be a game of outscoring. In the end, we battered them. We really have. And we've shown we had way more might and strength. But you don't want to get into a game where you give up too many goals. We saw it against Atleti in the Copa as well. We could be playing them next to the Champions League. You give up 4. We were brilliant in the second leg, but it wasn't enough because we'd given up too many beforehand. So we've got to be really careful with that. And if there was something that Flick will say, I've got to watch out for that, it would be that. And I think that's what fans around the world will be saying about this Barca team. They look so good. They look so fun. They maybe look like the strongest team in Europe. Probably going forward, they are. For me, playing the way we play football is probably right up there, Yeah. But they will also be saying, that Barca defence. It's something to think about, isn't it?
Surprise, surprise, Rafinha was given Player of the Match by UEFA. Drop your Player of the Matches on the live chat. I'll be reading them out later. Pablo and I and Llorens will be voting Player of the Match. We did actually ask on a poll,
they got a nice poll for
who is the Player of the Match. Let's see, we've got 6,000 votes in, and so far, Rafinha landslide, 64% of votes. Where do we start, Pablo, analysing this game? I mean, by the way, Barca, the 5th team to qualify for the quarterfinals. 3 games to play. Yesterday, Sporting Lisbon turned it around against Bodo Glimt, who had a 3-0 advantage from the first leg. Sporting managed to take it into overtime and finish the job 5-0. PSG, a no-nonsense performance by them at Stamford Bridge, 3-0 for Luis Enrique's side. And Manchester City got defeated again by Real Madrid at the Etihad. Arsenal 2-0 win against Leverkusen. They are through, and they are on Barca's side of the draw. If we were to make it to the semis and they were to make it to the semis, we would meet them there.
Yeah, and certainly so. So I think so far, Robert, actually looking at that, strongest teams have gone through probably overall. PSG we knew would dispatch of Chelsea. Arsenal, same for them against Leverkusen. Those are 2 big favourites you're looking at. We're probably in that conversation too. Madrid beating City with the form they've been in this season, I think surprised a few.
And the absences they had. I mean, they are depleted right now.
Yeah, but City are having an up and down, a strange season. So they look like they were maybe going to have the league, and it looks like that slipped away from them too. The Champions League is doing likewise, it seems. Sporting Bodo Glimt, that's who it will be. Sporting Arsenal, by the way, in the quarterfinals. That's done for them. Bodo Glimt, we thought maybe could be the fairy tale. They've been brilliant to watch at times, but just a bit too much of them away from home in Lisbon the other night. And let's wait and see what happens this evening. Liverpool have got a big job to do. Against
Galatasaray.
It'd be cool if we could have this image actually, if we could capture that maybe on our
maybe
screen.
capture that. Mario, Aleix, if you can capture that, si podem gravar aquesta imatge que ens està donant senyal internacional ara, això ens valdrà.
Yeah, that would be a... That would be a...
That's a graphic. We can show it, I think.
That would be a corner to show. But there is still lots of work to do for Barca. I mean, we probably said beforehand we've got the favourable side of the draw. We escape Bayern Munich, Madrid, City are out now. We have to see what happens with Liverpool tonight, by the way, who are behind to Galatasaray, not having the best of seasons. Could be PSG, Galatasaray, or Liverpool for them in the quarterfinals. There's some really great ties, Robert. I think some really great ties. Bayern are well clear of Atalanta. They'll go through tonight as well, of course, with the return leg at home. Them against Madrid in the quarterfinals. Very much looking forward to that. And for Barca, this is our run.
Well, there it is. The draw as it stands right now. Barca waiting for opposition. Atletico de Madrid, Tottenham is the game that we'll be focusing on, or Tottenham Atletico de Madrid rather. Spurs have a 3-goal deficit to overcome, or to at least try to equalise. So a tough task for the English side. And we'll see. Is it Atletico or is it Tottenham? The important news is that Barca made it through. And Pablo, this was a game that was reminiscent of some of the best things of last season. And in the first half, I have to say, some of the worst things of this season. Because the score and then concede happening twice reminded me of the Real Arena. It reminded me of Girona. And I'm sure there have been more games.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's the good, the bad, and the ugly, isn't it? I suppose of this.
Bruges as well.
Yeah, I remember the Bruges we were doing here. That was mental. Yeah, that was a different Barca, though. I will say that that Barca over the first half of the season was different. Yep. Bruges, Chelsea as well. I remember that game. Goodness me, So this is a different Barca, and what we have been doing this season that has been good is that we've been getting better. I think all the best teams who are going to win big things get better as the season goes on. That's positive. It certainly is. This team under Hansi Flick are growing. They're rising, So I think in that regard, that's certainly positive. It really is for Hansi Flick's group. And we've got players in the final third who can score goals in big moments, who we've got options on the bench too. Their strength looks really good in depth right now. Injuries have held us back at times a little bit. Seemed like we're slowly overcoming them. Then a few more fall down, like we've seen today with the 2 Garcias. Let's hope there's nothing serious there.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, people, indeed. So we have to hope that nothing is too serious in that regard. But for Barca, job done. Delighted. I mean, we were saying earlier, if we don't go through tonight, the whole season changes. It flips on its head. Our excellent record, though, in the Champions League round of 16 continues, especially against English teams on the way. I think that I make that 16 of our last 17 round of 16 Champions League ties won now by Barça. So very, very good indeed. And the record is impressive in that regard. We're just waiting for the first reactions to come in from the Spotify Camp Nou this evening. A few players will be speaking with Llorens.
Yes, we'll be listening to a couple of players and Hansi Flick, of course, in his press conference as well, talking about this win. I said it was reminiscent of some of the worst things of this season, also some of the best things of last season. And the nature of the 2 goals conceded, I don't know why we're focusing on the 2 goals conceded when we scored 7. I just wanted to comment this. Yeah. It didn't feel like they came in the natural flow of the game. I explained, like, against Atletico de Madrid, you think, oh, of course they've scored again, because that was the way the game was going in that 4-0 defeat in the Copa. Today, they felt like accidents. The second goal comes off of a lazy back heel touch by Lamine Yamal, which he knows himself probably that he shouldn't be doing in that position. We got caught in space once in that first goal. I don't think there were very many more Newcastle opportunities. I don't think the Barca were very exposed in space today. I thought it was, in spite of conceding 2 goals, a good sorry, I was just receiving orders. There were 2 like minor circumstances in the game, though against high quality teams you are going to concede 2. Yeah. But as the game went on,
it doesn't worry you too much.
It didn't worry me too much because I thought it was a solid defensive performance. Yeah. The good thing was the way Barca attacked it. Well, what did we end with? 18 shots, 13 on target, and that ramped up as the game went on.
Yeah. Once
we got to the 37th, 8th, 9th minute, 40th minute, Barca ended the first half on a high, managed to get that penalty, which I think was crucial as well. It took away some anxiety from the start of the second half, and I think another of the keys as well, and we'll talk about it, is how Barca scored early in the first and the second half.
Yeah, it was very good indeed. I mean, we knew we needed to come up quite strong today, I think, and especially in the first half, we got that goal for Rafinha, didn't we? That set the tempo. Newcastle pretty quickly equalised, which just made things a bit interesting. And a few people said it in the members' live chat, actually, and we said it as well. Can we go out in the second half and really start to ramp up pressure, you know? Can we start to get a few goals? Can we get that 2-goal advantage? Pretty quickly we did. Fermin scored. Levy got a double. Rafinha scored soon after. It got rampant. It got ruthless. And Newcastle, well, they couldn't deal with it. Simple as that. And I think for Hansi Flick, what he said at half-time, whatever it was, it worked a treat. Barca didn't let up at any given moment in this game. And that's a trait I love about this team under Hansi Flick. I really do. I think when we come forward at pace, when we really combine with those attackers that we've got, we are great fun to watch. Dangerous indeed. And I don't know if there's any team who can deal with that. I really mean that. In fact, the ones that we might be facing on our path, Atleti and Arsenal, pretty defensively, the 2 teams who you'd back, to deal with that. But other than that, in Europe, I mean, we're ruthless.
Mentally, taking those 2 blows, the 2 Newcastle equaliser, and just keep going, it shows me that this team where it needs to be mentally at this stage of the season. I see Hansi Flick talking to some of the international media, and he's smiling. I mean, with good reason. Right, Llorens Tarrés was at Spotify Camp Nou. How we envy him. Llorens.
Great night for him, yeah.
Hem gaudit, hem patit, ens hem classificat.
Què tal, companys? He patit i hem gaudit molt al final. Segurament la segona meitat de les millors de la temporada. La primera meitat s'han reproduït els problemes que va tenir el Barça a St. James Park i ens ha costat molt imposar el nostre domini davant aquest Newcastle que ens ha igualat 2 cops al marcador. Serem als quarts de final, una temporada més, tercera consecutiva, Hansi Flick 2-2, i ara esperar arribar que d'aquí una estona l'Atlético de Madrid defensa els seus 3 gols d'avantatge davant el Tottenham. Una nit espectacular a l'Spotify Camp Nou perquè és cert que a la primera meitat el Barça no trobava les millors sensacions i hi havia un cert sentiment de ai, que patirem, allò tan culer. Al final, els gols a la segona meitat han fet que això sigui una autèntica festa, amb moltíssims crits, ens n'hem recordat també una mica del Madrid, hem fet l'onada i en definitiva ens ho hem passat bé avui en una jornada on ara només falta tancar-la amb protagonistes. Aquí a la zona mixta podrem escoltar algun jugador del Barça, també òbviament pendents del que pugui passar en aquesta jornada europea i ja mirant el partit del proper cap de setmana contra el Rayo, una altra jornada de Lliga per seguir defensant el liderat. Però vaja, avui les sensacions són bones. Òbviament, la pitjor notícia, aquesta lesió de Joan Garcia, que ha estat substituït. Veurem exactament què és el que té i si s'haurà de perdre alguns partits o no. El porter de Sallent serà, si no, el torn de Chesney sota pals. Moltes coses per explicar, però el més important, el Barça torna a ser als quarts de final, amb Lewandowski igualant a Risto Stoichkov amb 117 gols com a màxims golejadors de la història del Barça, ara ja 14è el polonès. Avui ha tornat a marcar Fermin, ha tornat a marcar Lamin, que aconsegueix ja el seu 10è gol a la Champions. Moltíssimes dades teniu per explicar i per esperar protagonistes. De seguida tornem aquí, a la zona mixta de l'Spotify Camp Nou.
Well, there you go. Llorenç giving us the stats and, of course, reminding us that we are going to have interviews in a few minutes with some of the protagonists of this 7-2 win against Newcastle. What happened, Pablo, in the second half?
I think what happened in the second half is Hansi Flick said to these players at half-time, the game is there for us. Newcastle are starting to falter. I think we actually saw a little bit of it in the end, in the last 7 or 8 minutes of that first half, where Newcastle were starting to leave spaces, where Barca were starting to rack up chances. And I think he said we need to take the game away from them. We cannot allow this to be a you score, we score. We cannot allow that to happen tonight. And very quickly, Barca started to ramp up really and show their real quality. I just saw a change in chip. I think also for Newcastle, they would have had the stuffing taken out of them in that first half. There's a lot of mental, physical exhaustion there to get through there, you know. There really is, in terms of the running off the ball they had to do, the defensive work they had to do. And look, they were going forward well at that stage. They were creating chances, credit to them. But I think Barca were able to just pick the game up a little bit by the scruff of the neck and say, hey, this is our home. This is how we do things here. And also, I will say for Newcastle, I wonder whether they're a little bit naive at the start of the second half. I'm thinking about the 4th goal, for example. The space they allowed. Yep. I think they left Tio almost 1v1 with Rafinha. And he made that flick when the back and Fermin was in. No one's tracking him. You know, It was a bit too easy, some of the goals we scored. I think in that regard, Eddie Howe will be wondering why on earth they rocked up to the Spotify Camp Nou and did that. But that's a question more for him than I suppose his players in a way, you know. So I think a mixture of Barca just upping the ante in Newcastle, not really able to adapt themselves.
And I do think that Barca came out with the attitude and the intensity and the energy you'd expect from a team in a Champions League game in the first half as well. I mean, a good example of that is that first goal that we score, and you saw the connection with the crowd, and you saw the players were ready for this tonight. The players were ready to step up to the challenge after what had happened at St. James's Park. Yeah. And hey, I insist, I thought the goals were 2 accidents, 1 very avoidable if Lamine Yamal takes care of the ball. Yeah. And we're not pointing fingers. I mean, it's just that, Lamine took the back heel touch and Newcastle recovered. Yeah. He made up for it, in following actions. Yeah. And I like what I saw from Barca throughout the full 90 minutes today.
Yeah, 100%. I think there are some silly goals maybe to give away, but the positive thing is how dangerous we look going forward. For me, it's a key. And I know it's been a key under Hansi Flick, and it has throughout his whole tenure here, but the way we attack as a team is terrific to watch. Yep. I think we're the most exciting team in Europe. I don't say that lightly. I know there are teams we're seeing on our screens who score big goals.
Bayern Munich.
PSG, Bayern Munich are a good fun to watch. Yeah. I think we probably do it in a bit more of a taxing league. There's been lots of talk about the Premier League, by the way. They've conceded 26 goals over these games.
Right, first protagonists at Spotify Camp Nou with Llorenç, Marc Bernal. Spotify Camp Nou, Bernal.
A la Champions, Marc Bernal, bona tarda.
Bona tarda, què tal?
Felicitats per la classificació i sobretot per la manera. Segurament de les millors segones parts que hem vist amb aquest Barça.
Sí, bueno, potser la primera sí que ha costat una mica, però al final a la segona hem sortit com nosaltres sabem, a casa, i al final hem pogut passar a la següent ronda.
Després.
Què ha canviat, Marc, al
Ara farem una mica de jugadors.
A la primera part segurament ha passat una mica el que va passar allà, no? Us costava imposar, sortir d'aquest home a home que us feien. A la segona meitat, què ha canviat? Què us ha dit Hansi?
Sí, jo crec que ells apretaven bé, són un bon equip a home a home, i jo crec que a la segona part hem controlat millor això, hem sapigut tenir més la pilota i dominar aquests espais que potser faltaven, i al final hem pogut guanyar bé el partit.
Marc, 19 anys, aquesta collita del 2007, què se sent jugant en un estadi avui amb 60.000 espectadors, Champions, aquest ambient, segurament una de les millors atmosferes de la temporada, què se sent?
No, la veritat que molt content per l'ambient d'avui, per tota l'afició, tota la gent que ha vingut a l'estadi i també per resultat.
5è gol ja de la temporada, Abans et dèiem, no, ostres, té coses de Busquets, però és que a més tens una arribada, comença a ser el Marc Bernal del planter, que es feia un fart de fer gols.
Sí, bueno, jo crec que és algo que també tenia petit i si ho puc demostrar i ajudar l'equip d'aquesta forma, la veritat que m'orgulleix molt.
Li donaràs feina a Hansi quan torni Frenkie, i aquest és l'objectiu, no? Segurament. Et sents titular ara, Marc?
Sí, bueno, jo crec que això es tracta al Barça, no? de la competència que tenim. El millor és que la competència és sana i això és l'important, el grup que tenim, i llavors ja es veurà qui jugarà o qui no. Això al final decideix el míster.
Gaudeix molt del moment, Marc. Felicitats.
Moltes gràcies.
There you go, the interview of Llorens with Marc Bernal, who today had 58 touches, 41 successful passes, 6 recoveries, 4 final third entries and 1 goal. Spotify Camp Nou, Bernal. Sometimes when a player goes down, another takes the opportunity, steps up and takes the opportunity, and that is what has happened to Marc Bernal. I remember when we were in October, November, people were saying, why is Bernal not playing? As Hansi Flick lost trust in him. He'd been out for an entire year, and his return to the team was very gradual. And because of the necessity now, he's had to play bigger minutes, and my golly, has he delivered.
There was calls for him to go out on loan, by the way, in January, because he wasn't playing many minutes, and people were saying this is a kid who needs to be playing minutes. What we do know, Robert, is what a special player he is. I think people who followed him through the youth academy and also when he came into the first team, pretty much from that pre-season under Hansi Flick, and when he of course picked up unfortunately that injury at Vallecas, we all knew how gutting that was, because I think we know what a special player he is. He's a player made for Barça. And a very cool head on young shoulders, you would say that much too. He speaks well. And on the pitch, he's a little genius of a player. He's quite big in stature, which makes him quite a box presence, as we're seeing. And he was saying there, I didn't know this also until the other day. He scored a load of goals with the youth sections. I didn't realise that. And he has, and Llorens just asked him that, by the way, for those of you who didn't understand. He's a player who's scored a lot of goals, and Bernal said, hey, if I can demonstrate that here, then great, I can add that to my game. And he's clearly showing that. This isn't just a defensive midfielder. This is a guy that, when we get set pieces, we get chances, we can cause problems tonight against a physical Newcastle team. 2 goals from set pieces, by the way, for Barça. So I think Bernal is a player who's going to give us a lot, not just in how we thought maybe he'd give us, which is all of that lovely stuff on the ball. This is a top player for me, and someone who for Barça, great years to come.
Well, there you go. Well, top scorers in this Champions League for Barca: Fermin, who got on the score sheet today; Lamine Yamal, who got on the score sheet today; Rashford didn't play; and Robert Lewandowski, who managed to score
Fermin's still
today.
Going,
Fermin's still going. And Pablo, you said we were one of the most entertaining teams in Europe, one of the teams that others must fear most. Stats for this season. Let's count. 2 goals in Newcastle. That's 2. 1 against PSG in the defeat, that's 3.
Okay.
6 against Olympiacos, that's 9. 3 against Bruges, that's 12. None against Chelsea, unfortunately. 2 against Eintracht, 14. 4 against Slavia Prague, 18. 4 against Copenhagen, 22. 1 against Newcastle in the first leg, 23. And 7 tonight. That is 30 goals already in this season in the Champions League.
I can't imagine anyone's got that many, have they, in the Champions League this season? I'd struggle to believe it. Bayern might well be up there, but my goodness me, that's a rampant stat for a Barca team who, we've said it a lot of times, but going forward are scary. I think it's our biggest strength, that we create chance after chance. We're a side who, even in tough moments, seem to dig out good chances. The magic players we've got help us. Lamine Yamal for me is a magic player who, on these sorts of nights, it's very difficult to stop him. The path for the penalty is outrageous. It cuts the game like that, and Newcastle can't deal with that. I thought they were well positioned in that moment. Lewis Hall, for me, had a good game. But right behind him, Fermin's in goal. And we've got top players who can do that all over the pitch. We really do. For Europe, they'll be wondering, thinking, how do we stop that Barca team? Their only hope is scoring on the other end.
That's 30 goals in 10 matches, by the way. So
there you go.
3 goals per game. Llorens, talking to more protagonists with Gerard Maldini.
Doncs sí, amb el Gerard Martín, que com el Marc Bernal té cara de felicitat. Felicitats, Gerard, classificats per quarts.
Sí, molt contents per passar quarts i bueno, cada cop més a prop d'objectiu de guanyar-la, que és el que volem.
Òbviament algú veu el resultat final d'avui, del global de l'eliminatòria i diu això ha estat un passeig. Realment la segona part ha estat molt bona, però aquesta eliminatòria ens l'hem hagut de treballar molt.
Sí, qualsevol que vegi el resultat sembla que hagi sigut fàcil passar quarts, però a vegades veus el resultat de 3 eliminatòries i també ho sembla, però no, és complicat. Sí que la segona part hem tingut aquest pas endavant que hem sigut molt efectius, però en general ha sigut una eliminatòria molt complicada.
Què ha canviat o què us ha demanat Hansi al descans? I està passant en diverses ocasions, no? El pas per vestidors ens dona molta energia, però què ha canviat? Perquè ens estava costant molt superar el Newcastle, tant allà com els primers 45 minuts.
Sí, jo crec que hem començat bé, excepte el parell d'errors que han sigut els gols, i hem ajustat un parell de coses en pilota i sobretot de ritme, però en general estàvem bé, hem sortit amb un plus d'energia perquè sabíem que estàvem a casa i havíem de guanyar i així ho hem fet.
La sensació de jugar ja amb 60.000 espectadors i veure la gent connectada amb l'equip segurament no té preu i vosaltres la noteu, no, la gespa?
Sí, no, es nota molt tanta gent animant-nos. Avui, una gran nit com avui de Champions i estem molt contents.
Ara comença Atlético en principi o Tottenham. No sé si tenim alguna mica de revenja pendent. T'agradaria remuntar del Tottenham o triar no et faig aquest marrón?
Bueno, el que sigui serà difícil, però sí que és cert que si tenim l'Atlético, aquest punt de revenja una mica i sí que tenim moltes ganes.
Gerard, a continuar. Felicitats per la victòria.
Hey, I like it.
They never ever answer that question.
They never answer that question, but we keep answering and we get an answer like the one we got from Gerard Martin. He said, hey, look, may the best win, but if we can play Atletico, we do want revenge.
Yeah, and fair play. Barça, of course, knocks out in the semis of the Cup against Atleti. By the way, unlike the semis in the Cup, the away leg is going to come second for Barça. So first we'll play at home in the Spotify Cup now on the first leg.
True.
Second leg will be at the Metropolitano or at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So something to think about for Barça in that regard. Different setup, indeed. Very different.
Gerard Maldini, eh?
Yeah, I mean, he keeps on doing it as well, Robert, to be fair.
That pass through to Rafinha today and that Fermin goal.
Yeah, lovely ball.
It shows how he's matured and how much he's improved this season as an on-ball player, as an option bringing the ball out from behind, because we saw in that goal how Newcastle were denying Cubarsí and Pedri a chance of getting on the ball, and they said, freedom to you, Gerard Martin.
Yeah. And he used it.
They committed their pressure to Pedri and Cubarsí, and they let Gerard Martin free. And it was a great find. Great first touch by Rafinha to find the run by Fermin. And it ended in the goal. Gerard Martin, 77 touches, 59 successful passes, 3 recoveries, 7 total clearances in yet another solid performance as centre-back.
I think there's a stat that he and Cubarsí together as a pair still haven't lost a game for Barça when starting. It's a very good stat and a very impressive stat for him, who, hey, even coming in at left-back, this is a big ask of him. Never mind them being moved to a centre-back. Those are completely different roles, by the way. And the fact that he's done it so well, you have to take your hat off to him. He's worked really well as a left centre-back. Not an easy role at all for Barça. Huge credit to Cubarsí, who's almost mentored him through the role too. But my goodness me, those two are making a good partnership. I think could he have been a little bit further back on some of the Newcastle goals today? Perhaps. I think maybe him and other defenders could have done a bit more to stop them. But this guy keeps on impressing us. And again in a Champions League game, assist, didn't he get it for the Bernal goal? The pass through that led to the other goal for Fermin was superb too. So I think in that regard, we have to be so delighted for what this guy is bringing to the table. Another good bet from Hansi Flick.
Should we speed through some of the individual stats of some of our players?
Yeah.
I mean, since we're talking about Gerard Martin, let's talk about Pau Cubarsí as well. 72 touches, 58 successful passes, 2 interceptions, 1 recovery, 6 total clearances, another solid performance. There was 1 clearance in the first half, back heel. A dangerous cross coming in, Cubarsí just performing at a high level and having to play game in, game out because everyone else is going down. A great performance by Pau Cubarsí as well. We said we were going to need a great Pedri. We were going to need a great Pedri, and Pedri once again had a fantastic game. 78 touches, 62 successful passes, 4 recoveries, and not all that involved in the creation of attacking opportunities today. Playing a bit further behind today, maybe Pedri. a more solid presence, a more felt presence in a midfield. But I want to look at some of my picks for player of the match today.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Ferminator.
Yeah, this guy here, 1 goal, 1 assist, but he did so much more than that, didn't he? The pass for the penalty I thought was excellent. And we can't forget that there were question marks as to whether he should start tonight. Big question marks.
Because Dani Olmo had been playing very well,
And he won the penalty late on at Newcastle too. Don't think Fermin had a great game at St James's Park either. I don't think anyone did, to be fair, but he didn't, and I thought that was maybe a chance for Olmo to start in this one. What you would say is that maybe the fact that Olmo started over the weekend gave us a hint as to who would start tonight.
Maybe.
Fermin again got the nod. Flick seems to be trusting him for these high-intensity, big games, and he matched Newcastle intensity-wise. There were a few moments where he nipped the ball off Tonali as well, started Barca attacks. He wins the ball back constantly for the club. And I'll tell you what, going forward, he's got quality too. He really does, Fermin. He's got a goal threat. Yeah. The way he took the 4th goal was excellent. It really was. The assist is cool too to Rafinha. It was a good decision to lay it off to him. Another top player who, we say it, in this grand scheme of things, the attackers we've got, these guys are bringing us a lot. They really are.
Lamine Yamal, not the shiniest of performances, but there were moments of great quality in his performance. Of course, he scores a penalty in a second consecutive Champions League game, scored in the 94th minute at St James's Park, and scored just before half-time in this game as well. Lamine Yamal had 44 touches, 24 successful passes, 3 entries into the box, 4 total shots. That chance that he missed in the first half that we couldn't believe, they made up for it with a penalty.
He missed the chance in the second half later on as well to make it 8, remember? Ramsdale with that save.
1 assist, 1 goal. Great news in this regard. Robert Lewandowski. Very few touches, 29, 9 successful passes, but 4 shots and 2 goals. And it's the best news for Barca today, I think, that Robert Lewandowski has found his way back into his scoring habits.
I think Hansi Flick's been persevering with him a bit in recent weeks. Because he starts him at St James's Park. He starts him against Sevilla, right? All over the weekend. He starts them again tonight. Hasn't really done that this season. Do you know what I mean? Especially with
he's been alternating them a bit more.
So for me, that is Hansi Flick going, no, I'm going to play you into form.
Yeah.
I'm going to play you into form, and you are going to score.
And you did see him in the first half. He was getting on the end of chances. He had the shot from outside the box. He had that chance which was blocked by Dan Burn inside of the box, but he took just a little bit too long to finish, maybe. Yeah. And then the one that ends in the Lamine Yamal skyrocketing it, Lewandowski sort of misses it too because it gets underneath his feet. He can't quite finish. But I thought good performance by Robert Lewandowski today, and the best news is that he's scored twice in 2 different ways as well. Rafinha. We'll talk about him now as MVP.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is for me someone who just relentlessly keeps on producing. He really is. I mean, I'm almost running out of words for him. For me, one of the top players in the world. What a brilliant signing that was all those summers ago. And I will say that when this guy plays, when he's on it, we're a different team. We talk about players who, when they're missing, we're a different side. For me, he's one of them, Rafinha. He really is. And on nights like this, you sit at the top of the programme, Robert, we need him. We got him.
We need Champions League Rafinha. Let's listen to 2 questions for Eddie Howe just to see what he says about the game.
Then we concede a set play. Then probably the big moments, the penalty. So as well as we played in the first half, and I thought we were outstanding in many aspects. It was really a great representation of how we want to play. We had too many individual errors within the performance to sort of carry that great performance through, because really, if we'd performed anywhere near or defended anywhere near the level we can, I think we'd have been leading at half-time, not trailing.
Okay, Luke Edwards in the middle here.
What was your reading of the second half? Because I suppose at 2-2 at half-time, you could have changed, you could have switched up, you could have sat a little bit more deep and played on the counter, but you were obviously chasing the game at the second half. And did you feel that left you too open after the break?
Yeah, we were trailing the game. I didn't see a need to necessarily change how we were playing at half-time. I thought we were really, really strong. But then, of course, we conceded another set play. So the first 4 goals, we're looking at it going, in terms of how we play, it's a strange sort of execution of the goals against us. I don't think psychologically you can say that we recovered from the moment at half-time. That's what it looked like to me. Because second half we certainly didn't have the same energy, and then when the game was effectively over, we didn't react well to that moment either. So it became a very, very difficult second half. And even changing to play lower and deeper and compact space didn't really help us in our efforts.
Thank you. Nisha Joshi.
Hi Eddie, as raw as this defeat will feel now, this has been a special journey for the club in the Champions League this season and the thousands of fans.
The impressions there of Eddie Howe, and admitting that the team did not recover from that penalty. That penalty was crucial.
Yeah, what you said there very much felt like the impression we got from the game, I think. He was very happy with the way his team played in the first half, and they were good Newcastle. They went forward. We said it second half. Was it a sucker punch, the penalty on the stroke of half-time, I think, that just drained the belief from his team, is to say, God, we've already scored 2 against this Barca team. Are we going to have to do another one just to bring ourselves level again for a third time? And when teams come here to the Spotify Camp Nou, you're asking a lot of them. You can't be conceding that many goals to Barca because you're leaving yourself with a huge upfield battle. And I think he actually got a bit confused because actually the Lewandowski goal is the 5th goal, not the 4th one. But what he was trying to say is that they conceded a set piece to the Bernal goal. Yeah. Penalty, Lamine.
Set piece Lewandowski.
It was the 5th instead of the 4th.
And he'll be disappointed with the 4th as well, because I have to agree. Like, no one's following Fermin. It's a bit too easy, the setup for Barca. They get Fermin free in 2 touches. But anyway, let's go back to Spotify Camp Nou, because we're going to start voting for our MVPs, and we want to know what Llorenç Torres thinks in that regard. We've haven't got Llorenç at the moment. Let me know when we have. Llorenç is going to give us his votes for player of the match. As always, you can drop your votes in the live chat as well. 3 points for the best, 2 points for the runner-up, 1 point for the one who completes the podium. Now Llorenç can give us his player of the match.
Sí, aquí ja han passat tots els jugadors per aquesta zona mixta, no tindrem més protagonistes, però evidentment la sensació al vestidor és de felicitat per aquesta victòria, golejada i classificació. Els meus punts, doncs avui 3 punts per al capità Rafinha, que torna a ser el Rafinha de la temporada passada, ja fa uns dies que està a un grandíssim nivell i avui ha tornat a aconseguir marcar, també assistir. 2 punts per Fermin, el mateix, la rauxa, el talent, aquest jugador imprescindible en els esquemes de Hansi Flick, i em quedo avui amb el retorn golejador i a més per partida doble de Robert Lewandowski, que com dèiem igual a Risto Stoichkov amb 117 gols amb la samarreta blaugrana. Per tant, excel·lent notícia per completar aquesta nit. Ara esperar el rival, com dèiem, tot aquí ja decidit a l'Spotify Camp Nou. El Barça jugarà als quarts de final per 3a temporada consecutiva i, per cert, no sé si ho heu comentat, Robert, feia molts anys que el Barça no aconseguia marcar 7 gols en un partit de Champions. Va ser aquell dia que Leo Messi en va fer 5 contra el Bayer Leverkusen. Mai a la història de la Champions n'hem aconseguit 8. Avui molt a prop, però en qualsevol cas, festa completa a l'estadi. Ara pensant al Rayo, ara pensant al liderat d'aquesta lliga que s'ha de seguir defensant, de moment 4 punts d'avantatge, i ja tindrem d'aquí 3 setmanes aquesta eliminatòria de quarts de final de Champions. Companys, això és tot. Bona nit des de l'Spotify Camp Nou. See you soon, my friends. Ens veiem.
Bona nit, Llorenç. See you soon. And Llorenç reminding us that the last time that Barca scored 7 in a knockout stage game of the Champions League was that Leverkusen game that we were talking about before, with Leo Messi scoring 5. They had scored 7 in the group stage against Celtic in 2016-17. And never scored 8 in the Champions League. But anyway, I don't think there's going to be much discrepancy in player of the match here, Pablo, because your votes were exactly the same as Llorenç's.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not going to be much here, Robert. I don't think. I'm intrigued to see if anyone goes different actually in the live show. That'll be quite interesting. I think it's quite obvious that Rafinha was the MVP. I feel like I saw him getting given the MVP award too. For me, in a night where Barca needed their big player to step up, he stepped up. I think Fermin as well got the big nod in the starting lineup and was excellent. Those two with goals and assists to their names. And then Lewandowski, one of the highlights of the night for us, back in form, back in scoring form. I love the way he took both goals. The first one's a brilliant back post header. We don't often score from corners, especially not against a side as good physically as Newcastle in the air. And the second one as well, I know Tio, who didn't have a great game, sort of lets it run under his feet. Once he got it, Lewandowski doesn't panic at all. He just kept the coolest of heads, delayed, swiped into the corner. It's a lovely, lovely finish. And as you can see, there's not much I changed from Llorence's votes
to yours, and there's not much change from yours to mine. Rafinha, the undoubted MVP of tonight, with 2 goals, 2 assists. We said it before, and we're running out of words, but he was decisive in last season's Champions League run to the semi-finals, and his energy, his competitiveness, his finishing as well, his transition play, his play in recovering the ball, his intensity, everything is key for this Barca if we want to have an opportunity to win everything. 3 points for him. You were saying, Pablo.
Yeah.
No.
I'm seeing a few Bernals.
Oh. Well, I'll finish because there are honourable mentions. But you were saying there was a little question mark, like who was going to start because of his recent performances, Olmo, or was it going to be Fermin? And I thought all the way that it was going to be Fermin because I think Hansi Flick wanted to match the energy that Newcastle played with in the first leg, and Fermin gives you a bit more of that. Dani Olmo gives you a bit more finesse, maybe. But Fermin, outstanding performance, top scorer in the Champions League so far this season, and he got the reward of the goal again. Cool and collected finish in that 4th goal. Lewandowski showed what it is to be a quality striker going through a slump. He had 2 clear opportunities that slipped away, and he kept going, got his reward on a corner kick, and then if he had... My question is, if he doesn't score that goal on a corner kick, does he produce the finish he produces for his 2nd goal? And maybe not.
Yeah,
maybe not, because maybe it's still in his head. And once it's out of his head, bang.
It's a confidence game, football. I really think that. And there are some strikers, probably like him to be fair, who are cooler-headed, but there are a lot of strikers who need confidence. I think he's a striker who even still can produce big moments, even when he's maybe not at the top of his game. But it will help him even still. It will even still help him. And we're talking about drought for Lewandowski. He did score at the end of February. It didn't against Villarreal. I know it was only 1 goal, and it was the one in he hasn't scored many around there. But this is a player who we know will find the back of the net consistently. 2 in the Champions League is excellent. I agree with you. He probably doesn't take it as coolly as he does if he doesn't have the first before.
Right. Well. Unanimous results. Rafinha 9 with 3 top votes. Fermin 2nd with 6 points, and Lewandowski 3 points. Pablito Walls, Tottenham have scored.
There are goals flying in. Yeah, there you go. Liverpool have levelled their tie as well, so that's 1-1 now between them and Galatasaray. And Tottenham have the first goal back, so 5-3 on aggregate. Which is interesting. 5-3 on aggregate. We'll see.
Well, we will see who we will face in the next round of the Champions League. We're going to leave you with Hansi Flick's press conference. Thank you very much for watching on a historic night. 7-2 against Newcastle. Pablito, I'll see you on Sunday.
See you on Sunday, Robert. Visca el Barça.
Visca el Barça. Bye.
Mireia Ruiz en directe a la TDT de Catalunya Ràdio. Jo vull saber què has dit a la mitja part per passar d'un 2-2 a un 7-2 i que en 15 minuts el Barça hagi destrossat tota possibilitat del Newcastle per arribar als quarts. Gràcies.
Yeah, I think the first half was very tough. So we also are okay. We know that they are pressing, but they did it really good. Man to man was not easy for us. We overcome when we scored the first goal, very good. But then it goes like up and down, and it was tough the first half. I'm very happy that we scored the 3rd goal. And then in the halftime we said that we have to, first was all our ideas. The solution was always play in front. So we lost many balls. And this is for a team like Newcastle with the fast players. They made a fantastic transition, so it was not easy to defend. So in the second half, in halftime, we said we have to control more the game, play, and push them like in a deep block, and then we try to make our game, and I think it works well in the second half, and we did it really, really great.
Hola, Hansi, Marta Ramon, en directe a RAC1, després d'aquest resultat tan contundent i la classificació per als quarts de final. Evidentment, tothom estava molt content, però si aixeques la mirada com a entrenador, quan pensis ja amb els quarts de final, quina creus que ha de ser la lliçó que extregui l'equip d'aquesta eliminatòria per millorar i arribar el més lluny possible a la Champions?
Of course, we will analyze this game also. So wait, here. Well, we analyze this match, and of course we have to improve. We want to learn every game, and we do also this. At the end, is what I have to say. The last line, the defense line, is doing a really great job. So the last matches they have to play every minute or nearly every minute. It was not easy also to make the changes, and we have to always take care about that, but they made a fantastic job. So I'm really happy about that, and of course I think after the break some players will come back. It's good. It's good news, and of course at the defense we have to make things better. We know that, and we will do that. I think in the second half was really better. So like the pressing on the ball, this was very good, and yeah, it was for them also not easy to play out.
Hola, Hansi, Santiago Valle, en directo para el Carrusel Deportivo y para el que te juegas Barça, Ser Cataluña. Ha metido 7 goles su equipo, que es algo que se había conseguido 2 veces antes en toda la Champions. Una exhibición ofensiva, seguramente. Me gustaría saber si, después de este golpe encima de la mesa que ha dado su equipo hoy, si sitúa a su equipo entre los máximos favoritos a ganar la Champions, o si cree que hay algún equipo, no sé, el Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern, por encima.
You know, the next round is also very difficult. So if it's Atletico or if it's Tottenham, also 2 fantastic teams. So it's Champions League, and nothing is easy. And we have to go step by step, thinking always match to match, game to game. And this is also last season we did it, and we do it also today in this season.
Buenas noches, señor Flick. Víctor Lozano en directo para el Radio Estadio. La segunda parte ha sido una locura absoluta del equipo, lo bien que ha jugado y cómo ha sometido al rival. ¿Qué es lo que más le ha gustado? ¿Me puede concretar lo que más le ha gustado del equipo en esta segunda parte tan buena?
Well, I think what we said in the halftime, how we want to play, they did it, and it's really also as a coach or as coaching staff, it's always good when the players follow your idea, how we want to make the changes, and what we have to do in the right position, and so it was good to see, and also with the confidence that we get in the second half this was good to see, and. You know, we have a young team, very young team, and for me it's great to see this, how they improve, how they, every day, every game, they try always to be better, and this is a good situation.
¿Qué tal? Buenas noches, enhorabuena, señor Flick. Para tiempo de juego, Cadena COPE, Manolo Oliveros. ¿Qué protocolo hay para tirar el penalti? Tenía la bola Rafinha, ha ido Yamal, se la da. ¿Quién ha de tirar? ¿Qué le parece a usted?
Who feels good, so it's like that. So they make it between themselves, and I think it's okay. It's okay.
Hola Hansi, ¿qué tal? Raúl Fuentes en directo para Radio Marca. Tú conoces a Robert Lewandowski desde hace muchos años, lo tuviste en el Bayern. ¿Se ha quitado él un peso de encima hoy marcando estos 2 goles? No sé si él estaba muy preocupado y qué le has dicho cuando le has cambiado. Gracias.
No, he said that he has more power to continue the game, but you know, for me it was great to see that. It's, you know, it was not easy situation for our striker, for Robert, but also for Ferran, because always will be measured by goals as a number 9. This is normal, but I'm happy that Levy today came back. So it's. For me, it was important because he has a lot of experience about these games, these important games, and in the Champions League. And I think it's a good good day also today, or a good game in the Champions League to start scoring goals.
Josep Capel, en directo para Tablero Deportivo, el Radio Nacional de España. Felicidades por la victoria, por la clasificación. No sé si ha podido hablar o no con Joan García y con Eric para saber cómo están los dos, y si en el tema, por ejemplo, de Joan García le preocupa que pueda estar un tiempo de baja por ser portero titular y tan importante para el equipo. Si saben cómo está. Gracias.
No, we'll wait till tomorrow. So I cannot say it's nothing. I cannot say nothing about if it's injured or not. If it's only so, wait till tomorrow, and then I think the club will give you the information.
Últimes dues preguntes, last two questions.
Hola, Hansi, Francesc Latorre, de TV3 en directe al Zona Champions. A moltes rodes de premsa dius, i ho acabes de dir, que tens un equip molt jove, però m'agradaria que valoressis la maduresa i sobretot la maduresa mental d'aquest equip tan jove en situacions com la d'avui, per exemple, després que empatés el Newcastle, tornar a anar a buscar el gol.
You know what I see here from the very first day. So when because in the preseason in 2024 we had players that were 15 years old, and the mentality here is really they love to compete. Love to compete. It's about that, and I think La Masia made there a fantastic job, because this is the most important thing, competition. You know, to be that you will be measured game by game, and they like it, they love it, and I think this is the thing. Yeah, it's for us or for a footballer the most important thing, and they have it. They have it in their DNA, and this is really good to see.
Hello, Mr. Flick. Elena Duran from DAZN. I want to ask you about the role of Robert Lewandowski and how important is he for the team and for nights like this?
No, we have many players. They are very important for us, and you know, I'm always thinking about the team. He's a part of our team, and he's very experienced, and maybe they're finished. Huh? Okay. So he's a very experienced player, and how I said before, in these matches he's unbelievable, and he's one of the best player, best striker in the box, and when I see the first goal from him was unbelievable, because the defense of Newcastle normally very strong in set pieces. It was great, and also I'm happy for him that he scored today two goals.
Doncs fins aquí la roda de premsa del nostre entrenador. Gràcies, bona nit.
You know, hey, here, look at this. Come on,